Get your Beaver Dam free press. Includes a Beaver Dam Inn menu.
Well, you're a cute little fella, aren't you? Oh, what you got on your little menu there, Wood?
Oh, you're very funny. It has prime rib, lobster, steak, along with salads, appetizers, and sandwiches.
Sounds like one of them mere snobby places. Shirt and tie place, you know, garçon.
No, the Beaver Dam Inn has elegant food at casual prices, and I don't think you own a tie, Harv.
How'd you know my name?
It's on your belt buckle.
Oh. The Beaver Dam Inn. Elegant food at casual prices. 1200 Francis Street in Monticello. And boys, don't forget about Touch of Class Catering. They're available for all your catering needs, whether it be for holidays, anniversaries, birthdays, or just getting together with friends. And on Sunday and Monday, the Beaver Dam Inn is available for your parties. Now don't forget, that's the Beaver Dam Inn and Touch of Class Catering, located at 1200 Francis Street in Monticello.
It's a deal you can't pass up, an opportunity to get some time to yourself and spend a little time with the kids as well. Embassy Suites North in Indy invites you to spend a Super Kids weekend at their house, complete with free breakfast, evening refreshments, free pizza for the kids, so you can enjoy a romantic dinner at Ellington's, tokens for the kids to visit the game room, so you can enjoy the whirlpool and exercise room, and of course the pool for everyone. The Embassy Suites, where you always get twice the value for the same price, just $89 per night. Call today for reservations and get away for the weekend.
Hardee's and Hoosier Hysteria. What a great combination. This is John Westfall. Join me on Thursday evenings at 6:30 for the Hardee's Locker Room Show. We'll have Coach Rick Snodgrass of the Twin Lakes Indians and Ron Hahn, the head coach of the Delphi Oracles, as our special guests each week. And a feature once again this season will be a trip down memory lane as we look at high school basketball in years gone by. So join us, fans, live from Hardee's on Thursday nights, 6:30 for the Locker Room Show on your station for the best in area high school sports, WNJY Joy 103.
Mackey Arena in West Lafayette, Indiana, as we get set for basketball tonight. Max Gervin, the atmosphere is electric, as it always seems to be for this dynamic confrontation, with an outcome as uncertain, probably as me trying to hit a 3-foot putt in midsummer for a $2 Nassau. Believe me, that's uncertain.
Well, Don, I don't think it takes anything special to be a big game when these two teams meet, but tonight, obviously, it's a little bit bigger than usual. You've got two top 10 teams, and you've got two of them playing for the championship. The Purdue fans think they might have a chance to win a championship this year, so they're ready tonight.
Well, let's hear from Gene Katie, the head coach of the Boilermakers, about his thoughts on his ball club.
Gene, your basketball team has really had an outstanding start to the year. I know it wasn't real good on Saturday night, but nevertheless, your ball club has really played well this campaign.
Well, we won a lot of games. Now, whether that means anything when we get down into the league race, I don't know, but hopefully it does. I think we've got a pretty good club, but until we win against somebody in the top 20, I don't think we'll be deserving of where we are right now, so we'd like to do that. We haven't done it in the last 2 or 3 years, so maybe we can get back and be more mature about handling great teams and come up with something.
Glenn Robinson, of course, has been your star as expected this year, but you've had a lot of guys come forth and surround him with better players this year.
Well, we've gotten older. I think in this league, as you know better than anyone, it's a mature league. It's a league of seniors and kids that have been through the wars, and these kids went through it last year and found out they couldn't win in their way. They had to grow up and become tougher on defense and block out and run back on defense and make some shots under pressure, and we've done a pretty good job of that so far.
Gene, the Wisconsin ball game, you fell in that contest, but were the reasons obvious to you? I mean, was there a deciding factor?
Yeah, I think blocking out, we didn't keep them off the boards early, and we didn't get back on defense. We didn't run hard from free throw line to free throw line and cover them very well, and therefore they got some easy baskets, or we would foul them, and they just out-hustled us.
What about Indiana, your impression of them?
Well, I'm very impressed with the way they recovered from that first loss. When Butler beat them, it looked like maybe it could be a long year, but by the same token, you never ever count a Bob Knight team out. We knew that was going to be a possibility that would wake them up, and it did. When they beat Kentucky, then it got everybody's attention again, and they knew they were back on track. So they got a chance to win a championship again if somebody did do something about it.
Gene, what are the differences or the keys in tonight's ball game as far as Purdue is concerned?
Well, I think for us, we're going to have to attack their defense with some consistent cuts and movement and screens and do those things it takes to take care of their pressure. They do such a great job plugging the middle. And then we've got to do a good job covering their curls and flares and getting back and covering them in their transition. They also do a great job getting off the great shot at the end of the break. If you relax, they're going to burn you right away. So we've got to be very alert on defense.
Your team is running more this year than ever before. Is that something that you really want to do against Indiana tonight?
Well, we've always wanted to do it against everybody, Don, but we couldn't do it. I think the main thing is to get the ball and be able to run with good rebounding and fill the lanes and take good shots off your break. And we have better athletes, so we're trying to up-tempo a little bit more, but we've always wanted a fast break.
And Glenn Robinson bouncing back after a couple of subpar games, huh?
Well, I hope so. He's a great kid, has a big heart, so we'll see. It's all a matter of whoever wants it the most probably in this game.
Coach, we appreciate your talking to us as always.
Thank you very much.
That's Gene Cady as we talked to him before tonight's ball game. So, Max, we've got the two coaches. We've talked to each. Obviously, Bob Knight feels that 1 day's rest is not very much, and it's going to be difficult to come back tonight and play again, but that's part of the test in the Big Ten. And Gene Cady, of course, feels very confident that his ball club's ready to bounce back from their Wisconsin loss on Saturday.
Well, I'm sure that Purdue is going to bounce back from what they did against Wisconsin. Whether they can bounce far enough back remains to be seen. But after having Wisconsin, after losing that big game they did to Minnesota, you knew they were going to be tough up at Madison. So I wasn't at all surprised to see Purdue lose that one. But Purdue, like all the teams in the Big Ten, are tough on their home court.
Well, the Boilermakers have come back out, and here come the Hoosiers to the rousing boos of the Purdue fans as we're about to get this ball game underway tonight. We'll be back in a moment and give you a look at the Midas starting lineups and get this ball game underway as well. But first, let's pause for this 2-minute timeout. This is Indiana University basketball from Learfield Sports.
Car accidents can happen at any time, and they can happen in the blink of an eye. The trouble is, if you drive after drinking, you can't react that fast. At State Farm, we understand the importance of designated drivers. They save lives by driving and not drinking. Accidents happen, but drinking and driving, that's an accident waiting to happen. State Farm asks you to be a good neighbor. Be a designated driver. This message brought to you by State Farm and your local State Farm agents.
During this cold winter, you can save on quality products from your local participating Napa Auto Parts store. Count on the starting power you need with the Napa Legend 75-month battery, now just $59.99 with exchange. And Napa's 12-foot-long booster cables with long-reaching tangle-resistant cables and handy carry bag as low as $9.99. Save on these and other quality parts and accessories you'll need this winter. At Napa, we keep America running.
Moving out of the city was a great idea, but the old farmhouse was drafty and dim. Call the REMC, my wife said. They have energy experts. REMC has special programs and rebates for their members. That's us, she said. So I called the REMC. They told me about compact fluorescent lights, how they cost much less to operate and last up to 10 times longer than regular bulbs, and how they can save me money. Now the house is bright, I'm saving money, and I won't be up on the ladder changing bulbs for a long time. Thanks, REMC.
Before you could grab a cross-court pass, fake to the left, and shoot for three. Before you could make a break and go for the big slam dunk, defying the earthly force of gravity for a moment of serious hang time. You were a kid who kept practicing long after all your friends had gone home. At Pioneer Hybrid, we're proud to support the Indiana Hoosiers, and we salute everyone who has the heart of a winner. See your Pioneer sales representative for the variety right for you.
Learfield Sports presents Indiana Hoosier Basketball. Brought to you by Squadron Herbicide. Strike early, strike hard. Coca-Cola. Always IU, always Coca-Cola. Your Central Indiana Dodge dealers. Hook's Drugstore. More of what a drugstore is for. The Hoosier Lottery. A proud sponsor of Indiana University Basketball. Indiana's Rural Electric Cooperatives. A power partnership providing safe and efficient electric energy to 1 million Hoosiers. Midas. Try the Midas way, the way it should be. Pioneer Hybrid International Incorporated and your local Pioneer sales representative, PSI Energy. Call the PSI professional today for ways to save energy and your money. TWA, the most comfortable way to fly. Napa Auto Parts. We keep America running. Your local Jeep and Eagle dealer. And by State Farm Insurance and State Farm agents throughout Indiana who support Hoosiers basketball. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And exciting Hoosier basketball is brought to you locally on Good Times and Great Oldies Joy 103 by the Beaver Dam Inn and Touch of Class Catering. 1200 Francis Street in Monticello.
Here at Mackey Arena, tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Midas. Try the Midas way, the way it should be. And going at guard tonight for the Boilermakers of Purdue, Matt Waddell, a 6'4 junior out of Tipton, Indiana, and Porter Roberts, a 6'3 sophomore from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Brandon Brantley will start in the middle at 6'8, a sophomore from East Chicago, Indiana. Glenn Robinson, a 6'8 junior out of Gary Roosevelt at forward, and Kazo Martin, the other forward, at 6'6, a junior from East St. Louis, Illinois. For Indiana tonight, Damon Bailey at one guard, a 6'3 senior out of Heltonville, Indiana, and Todd Leary at 6'3, a senior out of Indianapolis. In the middle, Todd Lindeman, the 7-foot sophomore from Channing, Michigan. Alan Henderson, a 6'9 junior from Indianapolis at forward, along with Brian Evans, a 6'8 sophomore from Terre Haute. That's the starting five for these two ball clubs, and we're about set for the opening tip-off. It's time for the Amex Coal High Energy Report, recognizing Indiana outstanding student athlete. And today's honoree is Stacy Murr of Alexandria, Indiana. Stacy is on the volleyball team and has a 3.59 GPA in biology. And that's today's High Energy Report, brought to you by MX Coal Industries, powering your energy needs. Well, we are about set for this ball game to get underway. It should be a Donnybrook as usual. The officials for tonight's game are Tom O'Neill, Tim Higgins, and Gene Maggi. And Max, as these two ball clubs get ready to do battle here tonight, it's another packed house at Mackey Arena, well over 14,000 fans, and there's very little red to be seen.
There is. There's just a sprinkling here or there. You see a few of them, but not many, and I'm sure that were this building be able to hold another 10,000, you'd find 10 more thousand fans here.
This opening tip-off is sponsored by REMC. Compact fluorescent lights last up to 10 times longer than regular incandescent bulbs and are cheaper to operate. To find out how new compact fluorescent technology can brighten your life and save you money, call your local REMC. Well, the Hoosiers starting Todd Leary tonight, Max, after not playing since December 28th. He came out and played his first ball game in a relief role against Michigan on Sunday and was dynamic. He had 16 points, all in the second half, and played an exceptional floor game.
He did, Don. As we talked at the end of that game, what in the world would Indiana have done without him in that game? I'm not sure they might have pulled it out. He was just something that they had to have, and he came through.
We are ready for the opening tap. And Todd Lindeman at 7 foot will jump it against Glenn Robinson. The tip is controlled by Brian Evans of Indiana. Brian pulls it out of trouble, clears it to Todd Leary. Leary, top of the key, starts the offense left, stops at the top of the lane and bounces to Damon Bailey. Bailey on the right side against Matt Waddell. Bailey starts it right, jumps it off to Alan Henderson, down low to Lindeman, and he threw it out of bounds. Alan Henderson trying to hit Lindeman down low. And the pass was too high, and turnover number one against IU. Here comes Porter Roberts across the timeline for Purdue to Matt Waddell, top of the key to Kazo Martin. Martin holds against Brian Evans. Both teams in a man defense to start the game. Glenn Robinson, or rather Brantley, now drives, puts it up and misses. Rebound, and Brantley comes up with it. Brantley on the baseline. Flips it outside to Matt Waddell. Waddell guarded by Leary to start the game. Down low to Robinson. Turn shot blocked by Alan Henderson. To Waddell for a three. He misses. The rebound batted away, and Todd Lindeman comes out of there with it for Indiana. He gives to Leary. Leary drives it left side. Gives it outside to Damon. Damon pulls up in the circle. Fires it up. Missed the shot. Rebound Glenn Robinson for Purdue. Robinson the other way. Gets it down low to Waddell. Waddell baseline block shot by Brian Evans. Leary tried to save it, and he does. Hits it to Brian Evans, and a jump ball call, and the possession turn will go to Purdue. That was a great play by Indiana's Todd Leary. But the ball will belong to Purdue, and Kazo Martin will trigger it in. Well, you can see a lot of emotion from these two ball clubs starting the ball game. Backcourt pass goes to Roberts. Roberts against Todd Leary now. Roberts goes right to Robinson on the right wing. Robinson kicks it outside to Kazo Martin. He works, gives off to Roberts. Roberts down low to Robinson. Back out to Roberts. Roberts a 17-footer. It's off the rim, no. Rebound taken out of there by Alan Henderson. Henderson clears it off to Todd Leary. Leary across the timeline. In backcourt. Slides it to the right side. Down low pass comes to Lindemann. Inside pass to Damon. Shot up, and he got it. Damon Bailey scores the first field goal of the ball game, and the Hoosiers take the lead. Across the timeline, Roberts to Waddell, left wing. Down low pass to Conzo Martin. Make it to, Martin, and now to Brantley. He fires a jump shot. No. Alan Henderson's third rebound. Off to Damon Bailey across the timeline. He kicks it out to Todd Leary on the right side. Leary brings it, spin move to the right. Stops, bounces off to Brian Evans. 15-foot shot, no good. Rebound comes back out to Porter Roberts. Down the floor to Matt Waddell. Waddell inside pass to Brandon Brantley. Lost the handle, picked out of there by Brian Evans. Now to Damon Bailey. Bailey slides it to the right side to Leary. Todd holds, fires it out front to Alan Henderson. He fakes, he drives. The ball batted away, but it comes off to Bailey. Down in the corner to Leary. Leary now circles on the wing, spins back to the baseline, kicks it out to Damon. Bailey in backcourt. He drives it inside, spins, fires the shot up, and couldn't get it. Rebound Henderson, back up, he got it in the foul. Alan Henderson scores his first two. And he will go to the free throw line with a chance at a three-point play here. Indiana takes a 4-0 lead. 17-19 on the clock here in the first half, and the Hoosiers get the early advantage as Henderson goes to the line.
Purdue really cold, 0 for 6 right now shooting.
Brantley was called for the foul, his first, and Henderson at the stripe. Had a good free throw day on Sunday. Fires this one up and got it. 3 points for Alan Henderson, and the Hoosiers lead at 5-0. Here's Matt Waddell across the timeline for Purdue. Waddell stops, looks low right. Then fires it out to Martin. Martin's 18-foot jump shot is off the rim, no, and the rebound comes off to Brian Evans. He clears to Damon Bailey. Bailey up across the timeline, slows it down, gives to Brian Evans. Evans inside to Damon, the ball batted away and stolen. Glenn Robinson back up with it. He tries to drive it inside, puts it up, no good, but a foul call, and Brian Evans is the man nailed on it. Brian Evans will be called for the personal. That'll be his first of the ball game. So Glenn Robinson will go to the free throw line and try to give Purdue its first points of this contest. Robinson, a 6'8 junior out of Gary, a 28.2 scoring average in the season, but he had a very subpar game on Saturday against Wisconsin, scoring just 15. Good free throw shooter, however, at 80% on the year. He fires the first one good. Robinson has his first point of the afternoon of the evening, and it's 5-1, Indiana by 4. He'll get one more shot coming. Robinson takes his time. Crowd quiets. He fires and got it. And the first two on the board for Purdue. It's a 5-2 contest. Full court pressure right now. Todd Leary will try to break it. Circles it left. Stops. Looks. Fires to Damon Bailey. Up court to Brian Evans. Evans down low. Inside to Lindemann. Bounces to Henderson. And a slam dunk. Indiana beat their press, and Henderson's got his 5th point. 7-2. Here is Porter Roberts to Conzo Martin outside the Brantley top of the key. Brantley holds, looks, gives it outside to Roberts. Roberts goes left and then knocked away by Brian Evans, but a good effort there, and the ball going out of bounds will belong to Purdue. Boilermakers Conzo Martin will trigger it in. Martin slaps it one time, fires it in. It comes off to Porter Roberts to Matt Waddell. Waddell down low to Robinson. Back to Waddell. He fakes, fires it to Porter Roberts inside to Brantley. Turnaround jumper is good. Brandon Brantley's got his first two. And it's 7-4. Indiana now a 3-point leader. Todd Leary against Martin across the timeline. Todd takes it left wing. Pulls it back out. Gives it off to Brian Evans. Down to Alan Henderson. He fires an 18-footer. He misses. Rebound comes back to Allen on the baseline. Henderson spins, flips it outside to Damon. Back off to Allen. Allen looks inside for Lindemann. Can't find him. Goes to Evans. He fires it into Lindemann. He puts it up and scores. Todd Lindemann's first two. Indiana 9. Purdue 4, and Waddell with a basketball for the Boilers. To Brantley, right side to Roberts. Roberts outside to Martin. Martin holds top of the key. Clears to Robinson. A 3 on the way is good. Glenn Robinson scores his first field goal and his 5th point of the ball game to make it 9-7 Indiana. Now Leary against the press. Bounces to Damon. Damon inside, pulls up, fires, and missed it. Rebound, Bailey got his own, puts it up, and scores! What a beautiful reverse layup. 4 now for Bailey. And Indiana back on top 11-7. Here is Robinson backcourt to Porter Roberts. He fires it left to Matt Waddell. Waddell looks it low, finds Brantley. Brantley turns around, looks for help, clears it outside to Robinson. He fires another three, and this time it's no good, and Brian Evans has got the rebound. He clears away to Todd Leary. Leary across the timeline to Brian Evans. Evans looks at left side, can't find Bailey, bounces it out to Todd Leary. Leary in backcourt. He circles to the right, bounces low to Lindemann inside, and we got a foul call. Brantley is going to be called for a push-up, and that'll be his second personal foul of the ball game. So Brantley in a little bit of foul trouble early, and timeout is called with the score. Indiana 11, Purdue 7, 14:38 on the clock, and we'll be back in a moment. This is Indiana University basketball from Learfield Sports.
You can count on Hooks.
You wanted more savings. Now Hooks gives you more. Hooks will double your manufacturer's coupons every day. Plus, we'll also honor our competitors' coupons at face value. That's 2 more ways to save. Get more of what you're shopping for less. Only at Hooks. Hooks, more of what a drugstore is for.
When you want more, Hooks gives you more. More of what a drugstore is for.
What has 12 legs and loves the wide open spaces? Your family, your associates, and your friends. That's why there's Dodge Spirit. Not only can it seat 6 comfortably, it comes with air, a stereo, and more. Plus, you can get $1,000 cash back. Dodge Spirit fits 12 legs for under $12,700. See it at your nearest Dodge dealer today. MSRP with $1,000 cash back with mentioned items. Excludes tax and destination fee. Check one out at your neighborhood Dodge dealer.
Here at Mackey Arena in West Lafayette, Indiana 11, Purdue 7, 14:38 to go in this first half of play. Well, Indiana Hoosier basketball is brought to you in part by Pioneer Hybrid International Incorporated. Talk to your Pioneer sales representative today and get the heart of a winner on your side.
Brian Evans and Alan Henderson, 2 of the Big Ten's leading rebounders, are doing that again tonight. Henderson with 4 and Evans with 2 lead Indiana with 8. They're out rebounding the Boilermakers 8-5 right now. Purdue just shooting 2 of 10. Indiana 5 of 10 right now. Alan Henderson is the man who is holding Glenn Robinson down, and I'm sure they'd be pleased to let Robinson shoot all the 3-point shots he wants. He hits about 30% of them, and he's a lot more effective underneath when he can get the ball. But right now, Indiana's doing a job on him.
Damon Bailey will trigger the inbounds pass underneath the Hoosier bucket. No changes in the Hoosier lineup, and 1 in the Purdue lineup. Brian Stanback is in, and here's a pass into Todd Leary, who misses the jump shot and kind of re-injured that knee maybe. He's limping a little bit as he came down the floor. Roberts has it for Purdue. Outside to Justin Jennings, who's also checked in now for Purdue. And Brantley, of course, has sat down. And so has Glenn. Nope. We'll check it out for you here momentarily. Waddell fakes, drives, fires, and got it. Waddell's got his first 2. It's 11-9. Indiana by 2. Up the floor, Todd Leary trying to break the press, does to Bailey, off to Henderson, down inside it goes to Lindemann. Lindemann to Brian Evans. Evans dribbles at baseline and bounces it out to Leary for a 3 try, and it's no good. Rebound out of there to Glenn Robinson. Boilermakers have a chance to tie or go on top here. Robinson, backcourt pass comes off to Porter Roberts. Now to Jennings. Jennings, top of the key, looks right, goes left to Ian Stanback. Stanback can't get the pass inside, clears to Waddell. He gets a low to Robinson. He turns inside, puts it up, and got it. Glenn Robinson's got his 7th point. Now it is 11-11, and the Purdue fans are into it. Up the floor, Leary to Bailey, back to Leary. And Todd across the timeline. Todd takes it inside to Lindemann, and he travels. Travel called against Todd to Lindemann. And so Indiana turns it over, and the Boilermakers have a chance to take their first lead. That's the 3rd Indiana turnover. Coming into the ballgame now is Herb Dove for Purdue, and Porter Roberts will sit down. The Boilermakers can take the lead. Sharon Wilkerson getting set to check in for IU. Up the floor, this is Matt Waddell. Bounce pass to Stanback on the right wing out to Glenn Robinson. Robinson clears it left side. It comes to Waddell. Waddell goes to Dove. Dove drives it, gives it to Waddell. Waddell fakes, then fires, and misses it. And the rebound inside. Alan Henderson's got it for IU. And almost a steal. It is a steal by Jennings, and he scores. Jennings with a big steal and a basket. Some carelessness there on the part of IU. Here is Todd Leary. Leary brings it up. In trouble, clears to Brian Evans. Evans to Damon. Damon inside to Lindeman. The ball batted out of bounds. Boilermakers lead 13-11, and Todd Leary is going to sit down as Sherrod Wilkerson will check in. Damon Bailey will go out of bounds to trigger the inbound. Gets it to Henderson. He shoots. He scores. Alan Henderson, 7 points. Indiana ties it up at 13-all. Now, across the timeline, this is Herb Dubb to Stanback. Stanback looks, gives to Jennings. Jennings looks at right, comes back outside to Dubb. Dubb drives on Bailey, turns, spins, fakes, fires it underneath, and threw it out of bounds. Tried to hit Stanback, and he couldn't hang on. Pass was thrown pretty hard. Second Purdue turnover, and Conzo Martin will return to the Purdue lineup as Dubb will sit down. Full court pressure being applied by Purdue, and so far Indiana has broken it once for a basket. Now Sherrod Wilkerson will try to bring it up the court. Sherrod slides it across the timeline, and it's kicked out of bounds by Waddell. Indiana will have it. Damon Bailey again will trigger the inbound. They move into a half-court defense now, man-to-man. Sherrod Wilkerson now will be guarded by Waddell. Sherrod Wilkerson on the dribble. Takes it toward the left side. Starts it low, comes outside to Brian Evans. Evans slips, gives to Henderson. Allen down low to Lindeman. He clears back to Allen. Baseline jump shot in the air. Good! Allen Henderson's 9 points. He's a one-man wrecking crew, but Jennings the other way for a slam dunk. Indiana got beat in the transition game there. And Justin Jennings has his second basket. Here is Bailey to Sherrod Wilkerson. Left side to Henderson. Inside to Lindeman. Down low, he slams it in. Lindeman's 4th point. 17-15, and Indiana retakes the 2-point lead. Now Waddell the other way for Purdue. Waddell cross-courts at backcourt, threw it away, stolen by Indiana. Allen Henderson clears it to Brian Evans. Evans in backcourt slows it down. Now the pass to Sherrod Wilkerson. Wilkerson in backcourt, slides it left, drives low, gives to Bailey. Damon fakes, drives it inside, pulls up, and he is charging foul is called. Bailey picks up his first foul of the game. It's a charge. And apparently, timeout is taken. The score, Indiana 17, Purdue 15 with 11:04 on the clock. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to Indiana University basketball.
Get your Beaver Dam free press. Get your Beaver Dam free press. Includes a Beaver Dam in menu.
Well, you're a cute little fella, aren't you? Oh, what you got on your little menu there, Wood?
Oh, you're very funny. It has prime rib, lobster, steak, along with salads, appetizers, and sandwiches.
Sounds like one of them there snobby places. Shirt and tie place, you know, garçon.
No, the Beaver Dam Inn has elegant food at casual prices, and I don't think you own a tie, Harv.
How'd you know my name?
It's on your belt buckle.
Oh. The Beaver Dam Inn. Elegant food at casual prices. 1200 Francis Street in Monticello. And boys, don't forget about Touch of Class Catering. They're available for all your catering needs, whether it be for holidays, anniversaries, birthdays, or just getting together with friends. And on Sunday and Monday, the Beaver Dam Inn is available for your parties. Now don't forget, that's the Beaver Dam Inn and Touch of Class Catering, located at 1200 Francis Street in Monticello.
Well, back once again at Mackey Arena in West Lafayette. Crowd is roaring, but Indiana is leading 17-15 with 11:04 to go in this first half of play. As Indiana Hoosier basketball brought to you in part by Pioneer Hybrid International Incorporated. Talk to your Pioneer sales representative today and get the heart of a winner on your side.
Don Allen Henderson, who played in only one game against Purdue last year. He scored 6 points in that game. He was hurt, of course, in the other game. But tonight he has come on to play hard. As you indicated, he has the 9 points already. But he also has 5 rebounds in this basketball game already. Indiana now shooting 53%, Purdue shooting 40%.
Well, Indiana's been called for 2 team fouls, likewise Purdue. So it's been relatively whistle-free. But that last foul was a charging violation against Damon Bailey. And full court pressure being applied on Ling Darner as he gets the inbound. Darner in now for Purdue. Steve Hart is also in for Indiana. Backcourt, Darner bounces away to Stanback. Back outside to Darner. Darner to Robinson on the right wing. Robinson back outside to Conzo Martin. Martin slides it right, bounce pass to Robinson down low on the post. Jump pass back out to Justin Jennings. Goes left side to Martin. Martin fires and couldn't get the roll. Todd Lindemann clears the board. Out to Damon Bailey. Bailey across the timeline. Damon backcourt. Stops, looks, holds up inside, gives to Lindemann. Todd gets it low to Steve Hart. Hart on the baseline. He'll bring it back out on the wing. Hart slides top of the key. They pull back in to Bailey. Bailey now slides it left, fires the jump shot. Missed it badly and out of bounds to Indiana. Robinson touched it last. Pat Graham is getting set to check in for IU, but Damon Bailey will trigger the inbound pass before anybody can come in. Bailey looks, then fires it in to Todd Lindemann. Lindemann back out to Steve Hart, or Sharon Wilkerson rather. Wilkerson back outside to Alan Henderson. He turns, he fakes, he looks for help. Now dribbles it backcourt. Gives back to Wilkerson. Wilkerson slides it outside. Long three-point shot. Because the time clock was running out and it ran out before the ball hit the basket. So Indiana turns it over once again. Now Pat Graham will check in for Damon Bailey. And let's see who's in for Purdue. They stay with their same lineup. Down the floor, Indiana leads by 2, 17-15. Darner for Purdue on the dribble. Link Darner slides it left to Justin Jennings. Jennings holds in backcourt, gives it to Stanback, who fires and misses. The rebound is Sharon Wilkerson, and a whistle. We got a foul call on Stanback. Stanback, as Wilkerson turned around, grabbed a hold of him. So Stanback's got his first foul of the game, the third team foul against Purdue, and Pat Graham will inbound against the full court press. The inbound comes to kicked by Conzo Martin, and Indiana will have it again. Now Porter Roberts getting set to check back in. Roberts will come in for Jennings. And Jennings was a factor while he was in there, a couple of slam dunks. Here's Alan Henderson, looks, and finally gets it in Sharon Wilkerson. Wilkerson brings it down the court, across the timeline. Sharon takes it left side, pulls up on the wing, drives baseline, and a foul is going to be called. It'll be against Link Darner. Darner will be nailed on a personal. That will be his first of the ball game, and the fourth team foul against Purdue. Indiana again will have it out of bounds underneath the Indiana basket. Pat Graham will trigger it. Graham looks and finally lobs it in backcourt to Todd Lindemann. Lindemann clears to Steve Hart. Hart now top of the key. Steve drives it left, then comes back out, looks, drives it right, comes back to the left side to Pat Graham. He fakes, baseline, fakes again, turns around and clears to Hart. Hart tries to penetrate, back out to Graham. Graham drives baseline again, and back to Hart. Hart to Sharon Wilkerson for a three try, and bingo! Sharon Wilkerson cans a tray, a big hoop there for Indiana. It's now 20-15. Here's a three the other way by Darner, no good. Rebound Stanback, he puts it up and scores. Stanback gets the rebound basket, and it's 20-17 Indiana. Sharon Wilkerson against Porter Roberts. Sharon lost the handle, got it back. Gets it in left side to Pat Graham. A whistle, and what do we got? Apparently a foul against Sharon. Wilkerson gets nailed on a personal. That'll be his first of the ball game. So that's another turnover. And Indiana continues to struggle with turnovers, but they do lead by 3, 20-17. That's the 7th Indiana turnover this first half. Well, your local Coca-Cola bottlers and the Coca-Cola Company recognize the always fine athletes that make up the Indiana Hoosier basketball teams. Always a winner, always Coca-Cola.
2 of their turnovers, Don, have been on offensive fouls.
Matt Waddell is checked back in now for Purdue. And down the floor, Porter Roberts on the dribble against Pat Graham. Indiana's got Brian Evans back in there. The bounce pass to Glenn Robinson. Robinson slides it to the right, fires the jump shot. No good. And the rebounding is Sharon Wilkerson. And what do we got? Apparently a push-off foul on Wilkerson again. That's his second. So Wilkerson picks up 2 quick personals. Purdue gets the basketball back. 14 fouls whistle against Indiana now. The inbound comes into Waddell. Waddell on the baseline. Bounces it out to Stanback. He tries to drive. Lost the handle. Steve Hart steals. Hart down the floor, takes it all the way, pulls up, scoops, and missed it. Rebound tipped up. Lindemann puts it up and missed it again. Stanback gets the board for Purdue. Back the other way. This is Porter Roberts down low to Martin. Martin on the baseline, back to Roberts. Roberts on the wing, slides it out to Robinson. Robinson drives it left, fires a 16-foot shot, no good. Rebound, batted away, scramble for, and pulled out of there and scoring is Robinson. Robinson's got his 9th point. Here comes Sharon Wilkerson to Bryant Evans. Evans looks outside and clears to Hart. Robinson hit the deck on that play. Steve Hart gives to Sharon Wilkerson. Back to Pat Graham inside. Scoops it up. Blocked away. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Pat Graham. That's a foul number 1 on Graham, and that's the second charging foul that's been nailed on the Hoosiers. And now, timeout is being called again. Indiana 20, Purdue 19 with 7:35 to go in this first half of play. We'll be back after this 60-second timeout. This is Indiana University basketball from Learfield Sports.
Stars will always shine, the birds will always sing. As long as there is thirst, there's always the real thing. Coca-Cola Classic's always the one. Whenever there is fun, there's always Coca-Cola.
Last year, over 1.5 million cars were stolen. The thieves who took those cars not only stole from the rightful owners, but they robbed everybody who pays car insurance premiums. That's why State Farm works with car makers to make new cars harder to steal, and why we work with law enforcement officials to recover cars that are stolen. Because when a thief steals any car, he steals from all of us. This message brought to you by State Farm and your local State Farm agents.
Here at Mackey Arena, Indiana still holds on to a slim 1-point lead, 20-19, 7:35 to go in this first half of play. Well, sports fans, play the 2 newest instant games from the Hoosier Lottery. With Instant 21, you can win $2,000 instantly by beating the dealer score. And with 7 Come 11, you can win $3,000 instantly by having a lucky roll of the dice. On each game, there are 4 chances to win on every ticket. So don't miss your chance to win up to $3,000 instantly with the Hoosier Lottery.
Well, it's everything everybody thought it might be. It's a 20-19 ball game. We've had 2 lead changes. We've had 3 ties already. Indiana's had the largest lead of 5 on 3 different occasions. Purdue has had just a 2-point lead. That's been their total lead. Indiana shooting 45% now on 9 of 20. Purdue 8 of 22, just 36%.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Indiana University basketball.
And exciting Hoosier basketball is heard right here on Good Times in Crate Oldies, Joy 103, WNJY, Delphi, Monticello, Lafayette.
Porter Roberts for Purdue dribbles to the baseline right side. He brings it out to Glenn Robinson. Robinson holds on the right wing. Robinson now drives it right baseline, pulls up, fakes, fires, and missed it. Air ball, rebound, Conzo Martin. He kicks it out to Waddell to Roberts. Down low again, and a foul on Bryant Evans. Bryant Evans gets nailed on his second personal foul. So Evans and Wilkerson have both been nailed for 2 personals in this ball game. Indiana has Graham, Bailey, Henderson, Evans, and Lindemann in the lineup right now for the Hoosiers. Conzo Martin will inbound. He fires backcourt to Robinson. Robinson against Henderson. Looks to dribble, then does not. Gives to Porter Roberts. Roberts back right to Robinson on the right wing. Robinson backs it out, still in the dribble. Fakes, drives right, pulls up. Looks for help. Cross-courts it off to Martin. Martin brings it back out to the wing. Conzo Martin looks for help, goes to Waddell. Waddell, down low pass on the right, goes to Robinson, and we got a pushing off foul against Purdue. Let's see who this one's on. I think Robinson gets nailed on it. Yes, he does. Glenn Robinson picks up his first foul of the ball game. Steve Hart getting set to come back in now for IU. So Hart will check in, and Bryant Evans will sit down with 2 fouls. That's 5 turnovers now against the Boilers. We said earlier Indiana had 2 charging fouls. They actually have had 3. Now, Damon Bailey getting the air ball treatment after his last shot didn't drop. Here's Steve Hart. Hart looks right, comes left, Alan Henderson. Henderson fakes again, drives it inside, pulls up, forces a shot, and missed it. Got his own rebound and put it in. 11 points now for Alan Henderson. 22-19, and it's been a Henderson-Robinson duel here tonight. Here's Roberts, right side to Martin. Martin outside to Waddell, left side to Roberts on the wing. Roberts holds, looks in, then fires the jump shot, and missed it. And rebound, Pat Graham for Indiana. Graham brings it up the court. Pat across the timeline, drives it left side of the baseline, pulls up, fakes, bounces low to Henderson, puts it up, and he got it in the foul. And Glenn Robinson just picked up his second personal. Alan Henderson playing a terrific ball game, his 13th point, and he will go to the line with a chance at a three-point play here as Glenn Robinson picks up personal foul number 2.
Donnie's hitting 7 out of 8 shots right now.
So Henderson at the line for his second free throw of the evening. Allen doing a sensational job in almost every department right now, and he flies the free one in the air, and it is short. The rebound, Lindeman's got it for IU, puts it back up and scores. Todd Lindeman has his 6th point, and it's 24-19 IU. Brandon Brantley the other way for Purdue. Brantley outside to Waddell for a 3 try. It's no good. Rebound, batted away out of bounds. It'll belong to Purdue. And coming into the ball game is Pat Knight for the first time, and Justin Jennings is back in the lineup for Purdue. Pat Graham will sit down. Indiana on top 26-19, and Gene Katie's relieved himself of his coat right now. He's not very happy.
Roberts and Waddell have really been hot the last few games. Indiana holding them tonight.
Martin into Waddell. Waddell looks inside, brings it outside, pulls up, fires the shot, got the roll, and a foul. Pat Knight victimized on the play, his first personal. And Waddell, with his 4th point of the ball game, will go to the stripe for a 3-point play possibility. 26-21, Indiana a 5-point leader. And Waddell will try to cut it to 4. Well, TWA is proud to be a sponsor of Hoosier basketball. Our team wishes your team the best of luck in winning the Big Ten championship. TWA, the most comfortable way to fly. Waddell's free one, good. 5 for Waddell. Indiana trying to break the pressure, and Steve Hart across the timeline. Got his own ball after it was knocked away from him, and he looks for help. Finally clears to Damon Bailey. Bailey in backcourt to Pat Knight. Knight drives it right, stops, gives it out to Lindeman. Todd Lindeman turns around, looks for some help. Finally curves to Damon. Damon looks low, comes outside to Knight. Knight now looks at left, gives to Damon. He cuts it inside, ball kicked away to Lindeman, pulls to the shot in the air, no good. Rebound Henderson. Henderson puts it back up, and there's a jump ball call or a foul. Let's see. They're going to call a foul. So Henderson will go to the free throw line. And the foul call against Purdue. Who do they call it on?
I don't know. I'm waiting for the board up here to show us something.
Well, I'm not sure who they called it on.
Waddell.
It was Waddell. Free one by Henderson is good, and Alan Henderson has his 14th point of the ball game. Waddell has his first foul. And Henderson with one more opportunity coming. It's 27-22, and the lead could be 6 if Allen converts number 2. He flies it and hits it. 15 now for Henderson, and Indiana is on top 28-22. Down the floor pass to Conzo Martin on the right wing. He'll bring it back out of the dribble, clears it away. It comes off to Porter Roberts, who goes left to Brandon Brantley. Brantley at the free throw line to Jennings. Jennings fires it across to Roberts, out to Brantley, to Waddell, who fakes, then drives it left again. It goes to Porter Roberts. To Brantley down low, or Justin Jennings down low. He missed the shot, and the rebound inside. Pulled out of there by Todd Lindeman. Lindeman is playing a sensational ball game thus far, doing all that's expected of him. Damon Bailey on the right wing. Stops and low pass goes to Henderson, and we got a foul call against Justin Jennings, I believe. And Alan Henderson's going to go to the line again. Justin Jennings gets nailed on his first personal foul. Link Darner will check into the Purdue lineup. Porter Roberts will sit down. Well, Indiana right now is getting a job from their inside people, Max, and that couldn't be more pleasing to Bob Knight, who has been most concerned about his offense at the start of ball games and especially the inside portion of their offensive game.
Well, they did both tonight. Inside game and off to a good start. Todd Lindemann, as you mentioned, playing a good game. He's 3 of 5 shooting, but he's got 5 rebounds in this game. He's also got a couple of blocked shots, and he's altered the shots of some others.
Steve Hart sits down, and Todd Leary checks into the lineup. Alan Henderson goes to the free throw stripe with 15 points to his credit. And he fires the first. It is in and out and no good. And the rebound comes away to Ian Stanback. Down the floor to Ling Donner. Donner on the wing out to Waddell to Stanback. Stanback looks inside, dribbles it. Brings it back top of the key. Fires it to Darner. Down low to Brantley. Brandon Brantley slides it back outside to Waddell. Waddell spins. Drives it right. Gives to Darner. Darner back out it comes to Martin. Martin fires the 3. He missed it. Rebound. Todd Lindemann again. Off to Todd Leary. Leary now slides it backcourt on the dribble to Bailey. Bailey fires a tray. He got it. Damon Bailey, Kansas' 7th point of the ball game. That'll stop the air bowl chain. 31-22 and Indiana by 9. Here is Matt Waddell to Conzo Martin. Drives, stops, bounces to Waddell to Darner. Darner clears baseline to Stanback. He lost the handle, got it back. Outside to Brantley. Brantley drives it right. Kicks it to Stanback, who fires a 17-footer and got it. Stanback has his second basket, his 4th point. Inbound Leary to Bailey. And Todd will bring it up. Leary against Ling Donner. Todd across the sideline. Todd Leary in backcourt gets it to Bailey. Damon backs it out on the dribble. Bailey top of the key. Damon looks it right to Todd Leary. He pumps the long bomb and got it! Todd Leary for a tray. His first basket, and Indiana suddenly is up 34-24, a 10-point margin. Here's Martin the other way. His jumper is good. Conzo Martin's got 2. 34-26. 2 teams trading baskets now. Here's Leary in backcourt. Slides it left. Todd fakes it down low, looks, fires it out to Henderson. Allen turns around, gives to Pat Knight. Patrick to the baseline, pulls up and fires, and he misses. The rebound knocked away. Lindemann tried to save it, and his Stanback gets it to Brandon Brantley. They got a break. Brantley clears to Waddell, who kicks it and threw it away. Bailey to Leary. A break the other side. Leary gives it to Pat Knight, puts it up, and it's blocked with a foul. A foul call against Purdue, and the Hoosiers will go to the free throw line. It'll be Patrick Knight, I believe. Ian Stanback is called for the foul. That'll be his second. So Stanback now has 2. Glenn Robinson returns for Purdue. So does Porter Roberts. Out go Donner and Brantley. And Pat Knight will go to the line trying to give Indiana that 10-point lead again.
Knight doesn't have any points in Big Ten play, so it's an opportunity for him to step in there and get some here.
Patrick Knight, 2 for 4 in the year from the free throw strike. Hasn't seen a lot of action in recent ball games. He fires this one good. Patrick Knight's first point of the ball game. He'll get one more shot coming. Pat Graham is getting set to come back in for the Hoosiers. 2:16 to go. First half of play. The second shot is up, and it is gone. Indiana's Pat Knight with his first 2 of the ball game. Timeout is called. The score, Indiana 36, Purdue 26, 2:16 to go in the first half. We'll be back. This is Indiana University basketball from Learfield Sports.
The people at the Central Indiana Midas shops are showing that there's a different way to get your car repaired. It's called the Midas way. They properly diagnose the problem so the work is done right the first time. They fix only what needs to be fixed, give you their exclusive inspection, and thoroughly explain your options. They honor your Midas warranty without hassle. They prove that a car repair company can be professional, responsive, and caring. So see your Central Indiana Midas shops for that different way to get your car repaired. The Midas way. That's the way it should be.
The heart of a winner. It defies expectations.
A quick fake to the left, fake to the right. What's he going to do next?
It defies conventions.
What a remarkable display of teamwork we're seeing here tonight.
And on occasions, it even defies gravity.
Whoa, a big slam dunk. He was just hanging in the air. No one could touch him.
At Pioneer Hybrid, we're proud to support the Indiana Hoosiers, and we salute everyone who has the heart of a winner. See your Pioneer sales representative for the variety right for you.
Well, here in Mackey Arena in West Lafayette, Indiana is leading Purdue 36-26 with 2:16 to go in the first half of this ball game. This contest brought to you in part by Squadron Herbicide. With Squadron Herbicide, you can strike early and strike hard to get full season control of over 50 grasses and broadleaf weeds.
Indiana shooting 50% in this game on 14 of 28. The Boilermakers have held every team they played this year to less than 50% shooting. Right now, Indiana is dead even 50. Indiana, with one of the best defenses in the league, is holding Purdue right now to just 37% on 11 of 30.
Purdue basketball. Indiana the floor with Lindemann, Henderson, Graham, Bailey, and Leary. I think Lindemann's played the entire first half, hasn't he, Max?
I think he and Bailey both have.
Actually, Bailey sat down for a couple of minutes.
Lindemann's been in there.
Lindemann's played the whole first half. Here in backcourt, Matt Waddell for Purdue. Drives it left side on the wing. Stops, lobs it into Robinson. Down low. He tries to work, and he stepped out of bounds. Indiana will get it. 7th turnover for the Boilermakers. The Hoosiers, Damon Bailey will inbound. He gets it to Todd Leary. Leary back to Damon. Damon brings it up the floor, across the timeline quickly against Conzo Martin. Drives it all the way. Tried to pass it inside. It's batted away and stolen. Porter Robertson a break the other way, and it's almost stolen from him. He pulls up, gives it out to Robinson. Robinson now with the ball. Damon Bailey did a great job of saving a basket there with his defense. Now, Roberts the other way. Bounces to Robinson. Robinson fakes, drives, pulls up, fires, and hits. Glenn Robinson's got his 11th point. 36-28. Indiana by 8. 1:25 to go in the half. Leary to Bailey. Damon inside to Allen. Allen turns, lost the handle, kicks it out to Todd Leary. Leary now goes back to Bailey. Bailey goes right to Pat Graham. Graham looks low, fires it into Lindemann. Down low it goes, batted away, and Damon Bailey comes up with it to Todd Leary. Leary down low to Pat Graham for a 3 try and missed it, and the rebound comes to Robinson. Back the other way comes Purdue. Robinson on the right side. Robinson stops. Bounce pass comes away to Porter Roberts. Robertson backcourt, slides it left. He backs it back out. Roberts gives to Matt Waddell. Down into Conzo Martin, and a whistle, and a foul call is going to be nailed on Todd Leary. Leary picks up his first foul of the ball game, and it'll be Martin going to the free throw line. I believe Indiana's 17th foul, so a 1-and-1 would be in effect. Well, Hoosier Basketball is brought to you by Hook's Drug Store. More of what a drugstore is for.
Don, one of the interesting things that's happened in this first half, Alan Henderson's been guarding Robinson while Henderson was in there, and he hasn't picked up a foul, which says something for his defense.
And Glenn Robinson will sit down at this opportunity, and Justin Jennings will replace him to make sure he doesn't pick up a third personal foul here in the first half. At the free throw line is Conzo Martin, 2 points to his credit. Martin is 15.3, his scoring average, and he cans that one, his third point of the ball game. So he's been held in check for the most part tonight. And he'll have one more shot coming, and he can cut that lead down to 6 if he connects here. 42 seconds left. Conzo fires, missed this one, rebound Allen Henderson. Henderson against the double team, pulls it out of there, and will give the ball to Todd Leary. Leary brings it up, gets it across the timeline, looks it right, on the dribble against Matt Waddell, gets it inside, threw it away. Leary steals it back to Lindemann, back to Henderson. Henderson back out to Todd. Todd drives it in the lane, jump pass to Henderson. Henderson drives in, pulls up, fires, and missed it. Rebound, batted away. And out of bounds, Matt Waddell saves it. Purdue will get the last shot of the half. Waddell, he fakes the 3, pulls up, gives to Roberts. Roberts back out to Waddell for a 3 try, got it. Matt Waddell with a big-time 3. Here's a half-court shot by Indiana, and that's the end of the first half of play. And the score, Indiana 36, Purdue 32, as the Boilermakers get a big shot at the break to come back within 4 at halftime. Well, this ballgame is brought to you in part by Napa. Napa Auto Parts, we keep America running. And we'll begin our recap of the first half scoring as the Jeep and Eagle halftime show gets started in a moment. This is Indiana University basketball from Learfield Sports.
I'm Bill Compton, head of the Airline Pilots Association for TWA and a member of our new Labor Advisory Committee. All the employees got together to prepare a message about TWA's new attitude. But then we thought, who better to speak about TWA than the passengers themselves?
This is the first time that I've seen an airline take a step for customer satisfaction other than getting you from point A to point B.
TWA is obviously more concerned with their clientele's well-being and their accommodations, their comfort.
At TWA, we have 25,000 dedicated professionals who have your best interest in mind. We're all part of a participative management committed to making TWA the most comfortable way to fly. We're so committed, we voluntarily contributed our own money to bring you this message. That's why our passengers have a lot to say.
TWA is listening to the passengers, observing what the passengers want and need.
If your goal is economical home comfort, PSI Energy can give you a home court advantage. Call PSI about a Smart Saver high-efficiency heating and cooling system or a Summer Saver high-efficiency cooling system. With both systems, you enjoy reduced energy costs, enhanced home comfort, and lots of other energy-saving values. Call PSI at 1-800-521-2232 about a Smart Saver or Summer Saver new home or an energy-efficient system for your existing home. That's 1-800-521-2232. Here's the Indiana Women's Sports Update, brought to you by State Farm Insurance, a major supporter of women's athletics. Today, the IU women's basketball team is facing another stiff test, playing at Ohio State against the number 17 Buckeye women. Ohio State was the 1993 national runner-up. The IU women are averaging nearly 25 more points than its opponents this year, scoring almost 84 points per game. Shirley Bryant is sixth in the nation in field goal percentage of 65.4%. This women's update is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, a major supporter of women's athletics.
At halftime, where Indiana holds a 4-point lead over Purdue, 36-32, with the Hoosiers holding a 10-point lead a few moments before that, but the Boilermakers bounced back in the last 2 minutes and 16 seconds to knock off 6 points off that margin, and now the Hoosiers hold on to a slim advantage. Purdue in the first half scoring went like this. Matt Waddell had 3 field goals, one of those a three-pointer, along with 1 free throw, 8 first-half points, and, of course, he hit the three-point shot in the closing seconds of the first half to cut that margin to 4. He has 1 personal foul and 8 points. Porter Roberts did not score or foul in the first half. Brandon Brantley has a field goal for 2 points and 2 personal fouls. Glenn Robinson fired in 4 field goals in the first half. One of those was a three-pointer. He also had 2 personal fouls along with 2 free throws. 11 first-half points for Robinson and 2 fouls. Conzo Martin with a field goal and a free throw. 3 points at the break, no fouls. Ian Stanback has a pair of field goals for 4 points, 2 personal fouls. Ling Garner did not score in the first half, picked up 1 personal foul. Herb Dove did not score and had no personal fouls, and Justin Jennings had 2 field goals for 4 points and 1 personal foul. So Purdue is being led at halftime by Glenn Robinson, who has 11, and Matt Waddell, who has 8. For Indiana, the first half, David Bailey with 3 field goals, one of them a tray, 7 first-half points, and 1 personal foul. Pat Grant did not score, picked up 1 foul. Todd Leary had 1 3-point field goal and 1 personal foul, 3 points for Leary. Alan Henderson was the big gun in the first half for IU. He had 6 field goals, 3 free throws, 15 first-half points for Allen, and did not commit a personal foul. Todd Lindeman also played well in the first half, 3 field goals, 6 points, no fouls. Steve Hart did not score or foul. Pat Knight had a pair of free throws for 2 points, 1 foul. Brian Evans did not score in the first half, picked up 2 personal fouls. Sharon Wilkerson, 1 3-point field goal for 3 points and 2 personal fouls to round out the Indiana scoring. So the leader, Alan Henderson, has 15 in the first half for IU. Bailey has 7. Max?
Well, Indiana shot 47% in that first half on 14 of 30. Purdue shot 41% on 13 of 32. Indiana was 3 of 6 from three-point range. Purdue was 2 of 9 for just 22%. Neither team shot a lot of foul shots. Indiana 5 of 7, Purdue 4 of 5. Rebounding, Indiana continues that domination that they have for several games now. They are 21 rebounds in the first half to Purdue's 15, and the turnovers not too high. Indiana started early with turnovers, but finished with only 8 for the half. Purdue finished with just 7 in that first half of play. So that's a look at the team stats, Don, in this first half as Indiana let a 10-point lead get away in that last 2 minutes as Purdue outscored them 6 zips, and they're down now by a 4-point margin.
All right, we'll be back with our Hooks halftime show guest in a moment. You're listening to Indiana University basketball.
It's a deal you can't pass up, an opportunity to get some time to yourself and spend a little time with the kids as well. Embassy Suites North in Indy invites you to spend a Super Kids weekend at their house, complete with free breakfast, evening refreshments, free pizza for the kids, so you can enjoy a romantic dinner at Ellington's, tokens for the kids to visit the game room, so you can enjoy the whirlpool and exercise room, and of course the pool for everyone. The Embassy Suites, where you always get twice the value for the same price, just $89 per night. Call today for reservations and get away for the weekend.
Joy 103 is teaming with American Family Insurance to bring you the best in area high school basketball coverage. The new Saturday morning American Family Insurance scoreboard show at 8:15. This is John Westfall inviting you to join me for all of the area scores plus scores from around the state. Stay tuned for the Coach's Breakfast Show live from Stovall Sportsman Inn at 8:30. So tune us in at 8:15 on Saturday mornings for the best in area high school basketball coverage on WNJY Joy 103.
Get your Beaver Dam free press. Get your Beaver Dam free press. Includes a Beaver Dam Inn menu.
Well, you're a cute little fella, aren't you? Oh, what you got on your little menu there, Wood?
Oh, you're very funny. It has prime rib, lobster, steak, along with salads, appetizers, and sandwiches.
Sounds like one of them mere snobby places. Shirt and tie place, you know, garçon.
No, the Beaver Dam Inn has elegant food at casual prices, and I don't think you own a tie, Harv.
How'd you know my name?
It's on your belt buckle.
Oh. The Beaver Dam Inn. Elegant food at casual prices. 1200 Francis Street in Monticello. And boys, don't forget about Touch of Class Catering. They're available for all your catering needs, whether it be for holidays, anniversaries, birthdays, or just getting together with friends. And on Sunday and Monday, the Beaver Dam Inn is available for your parties. Now don't forget, that's the Beaver Dam Inn and Touch of Class Catering, located at 1200 Francis Street in Monticello.
The Indiana Hoosiers lead the Purdue Boilermakers at halftime from Mackey Arena in West Lafayette by a 36-32 margin. Indiana's largest lead was 10 points on 2 occasions in that first half, but 6 points at the end of that half brought Purdue back to within 4, and that's where we stand now. Sam Carmichael, the men and women's golf coach at Indiana University, up here witnessing tonight's game along with some of his colleagues, and I see Sam at basketball practice some. What are your thoughts now, Sam?
Well, it's a great game, as it always is up here at Purdue, but, you know, I think we've done a good job the first half, Max, don't you?
Oh, I do. I was very pleased with what they had done out there. I'm a little disappointed that lead slipped away.
Well, I think we made some errors there that on bad choices a couple of times, really not because Purdue made us give up the ball, and we turned it over just a few times, you know, too many.
You're sitting right behind the bench down there. What seems to be the mood down there? Do they seem pleased?
Well, I think they're just working hard like they always do. I don't think you'll see any mood until the end of the game. They're always working hard. You know, every coach down there is involved and really going at it.
Your thoughts on Lindeman's play in that first half?
Well, how can you know, Linderman was great. I mean, he did wonderful. How about Henderson, too, huh?
Well, I was going to get to Henderson. You know, Henderson and Robinson had some great comparisons in high school, you know, both coming out, and at the same time, Henderson did only played in 1 game last year. He was hurt for the other one, and he's trying to make a mark here tonight.
Well, I think you can see both of them wanting to go at each other. You know, Allen took him there at one time down here at the on offense that took him right into the basket and scored on him, and you could see that kind of upset Robinson when he went back down to the other end of the court. He was kind of wanting the ball to do the same thing again. So I think we're going to see a heck of a matchup the second half between those two.
Well, he is a good player, obviously. He's got 11, make that, where did I see this? 11 points. Yeah, Glenn Robinson with the 11 points in that first half. Henderson with 15 points. The thing I was interested in was the rebounding. Henderson again rebounding outstandingly well with 8. He has done magnificent jobs on the board.
Well, he got 16 last week, and he rebounded well at the second half at Iowa, and tonight he's, you know, we're right in there on those offensive rebounds, and he's, you know, they're really getting good position in there, though. I think since Iowa, they really worked on trying to get position and not let teams get in front of them, and so I think that's why they're rebounding. Michigan did the same thing. They really had position on the Michigan players, so as a result, it's a lot easier to get that ball.
Certainly is. Well, this would be a big road win for Indiana should they be able to pull it off.
Well, it would be a big one, and this is a great Indiana team. Coach Knight's really got this team going, and regardless of how they come out tonight, this is a good team.
This is a team that a lot of people didn't think might not be too good. They lost an awful lot from last year.
Well, I think that's typical every year, Max. Everybody says, this player is not a good player, this player can't do this, but Coach Knight can always get them together, and to beat Michigan last week, to beat Kentucky, to play Kansas over there like they did. He's the best.
He's a magnificent coach. I'd have to agree with you there. Well, Sam, this is January, and most golf pros are in Florida or someplace. What are you doing in Indiana?
Well, it's it's not a bad place to be. I mean, I know it's 17 below out there, but we're still thinking about golf down in Indiana. I've got two teams, and we're conditioning right now. We've got them lifting weights, and we're running 4 days a week, and so we're thinking about springtime. And tell you the truth, springtime's only about 4 to 6 weeks away.
When will you get started?
Well, actually, we'll start getting to hit balls inside in February, and our first tournament will be right the 1st of March. So we're not that far away ourselves from being in competition.
Are you going to be pretty good?
Well, you never know about that. I think I've got two good teams, and I think if they really work hard, we could have a good season. But it's up to them to really get out there and make that extra effort.
Sam, appreciate your coming by and for being our guest at halftime. We want to give you this gift certificate from D-Dan's Gentlemen's and Ladies Clothiers in the North Willow Mall in Indianapolis.
Thanks a lot, Max. Enjoy being here.
All right, Sam Carmichael, the golf coach at Indiana University, visiting with us here at halftime as Indiana leads the Purdue Boilermakers 36-32. Alan Henderson 6 of 9 from the field, 3 of 5 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 4 of them offensive rebounds, and he's got 1 block shot in there, so that is a real first half for him, and with Glenn Robinson playing equally as well, 4 of 9 from the field, 1 of 3 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds. He's got a couple of turnovers, so it's a real match between these two players, and we've got more action yet to come as Indiana leads it 36-32 at the half.
Our guests at halftime receive a gift certificate from D-Dance Gentlemen's and Ladies Clothier of Indianapolis. D-Dance's updated classic clothing, sportswear, and accessories for men and women. They're open daily Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Thursday till 9. That's D-Dance Clothing to complement your lifestyle on West 86th Street at Township Line Road in the North Willow Mall in Indianapolis. We'll be back for the start of the second half in just a couple of minutes. This is Indiana University basketball from Learfield Sports.
Good times and great oldies, Joy 103. Time now to update that listings of closings and cancellations. As far as schools go right now, West Central schools are closed for tomorrow. Carroll Consolidated, Delphi School, Twin Lakes schools all closed tomorrow as well. Frontier School Corporation is closed. North White schools, Tri-County School Corporation all closed, and Ivy Tech of Lafayette will not have classes, but faculty and staff must report. Cancellations, Monticello Stefaniak Wednesday Morning Coffee League will have no bowling. The Monticello Union Township Public Library will not open until noon. CDC centers in both Rensselaer and Monticello will be closed. The Delphi Public Library will be closed. Twin Lakes Homeschool Relations Team for parents has been rescheduled for January 25th at 7 p.m. The Twin Lakes Winter Swim registration has been rescheduled for Monday the 24th. The White County WIC program closed. Noah's Ark Daycare Center in Delphi closed. The Twin Lakes JV basketball game has been rescheduled for Saturday. And also the Area 4 Head Start closed, but staff should report, and Monticello Daycare has closed as well. Keep it tuned right here to Good Times and Great Oldies, Joy 103, as we'll be updating these closures throughout the evening. Once again, as far as schools go, West Central, Carroll, Delphi, Twin Lakes, Frontier, as well as North White, Tri-County, and Ivy Tech are all closed for tomorrow, but Ivy Tech of Lafayette, faculty and staff should report. Once again, keep it tuned to Good Times and Great Oldies, Joy 103, as we will update these closures throughout the night.
Milestones in the life of the family include saying goodbye.
I love you, baby.
I want you to promise your mother and I you'll come and visit us.
You know we will.
I was thinking sometime maybe tomorrow. In the morning, maybe?
Sometimes life's most memorable moments come in times of greatest stress. That's why psychologist and best-selling author Dr. James Dobson is heard right here each weekday to offer advice and encouragement for your family. James Dobson, Family Commentary.
Focus on the Family, mornings at 6:30 on Joy 103.
Well, back at Mackey Arena in West Lafayette, Indiana, Don Fisher along with Max Skirvin as we bring you tonight's play-by-play story as Indiana goes to the second half start with a 4-point lead at 36-32. But with 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the first half and a timeout, Indiana had a 10-point lead. So Max, obviously, Purdue did some shuffling quickly to get back in this ball game, and they've done it. Now it'll be up to Indiana to withstand that charge that they'll make in the second half.
Well, my recollection was at that 2:16 mark in the 10-point lead, they also had the basketball and was unable to get a shot away.
One of the things, of course, that Indiana would like to have in the second half is a little bit more offensive production out of two of their key players, Brian Evans and Pat Graham. Neither scored a point in the first half. Todd Leary looked a little bit slower tonight, Max, and I think in the very first play of the ball game, he may have re-injured that knee a little bit, not to the point where he couldn't play, but it may have slowed him down just a tad.
Well, I agree. He limped a little bit there, and you're right about Evans and Graham. Evans has taken only one shot. Pat Graham likewise has taken one shot, and of course have hit neither of them.
Alan Henderson, Brian Evans, Todd Lindeman, Todd Leary, and Damon Bailey, the lineup for IU. And the Hoosiers will have the ball to start the second half. Waddell, Roberts, Martin, Brantley, and Robinson, the lineup for Purdue. Leary with it in backcourt. Todd starts it to the left side, gets in the corner to Alan Henderson. Henderson brings it back out to Leary. Leary drives it to the wing, pulls up, gives it off to Henderson. Henderson backs it in, turnaround jump shot, good! Alan Henderson cans one over Glenn Robinson for his 17th point. Indiana by 6. Robertson backcourt, left side pass to Matt Waddell. Back out to Roberts, right side to Martin. Martin down low, threw it away. Brian Evans made the steal. Now, Damon Bailey up court to Henderson. Allen turns around, looks for help, bounces to Lindeman. Todd turns, clears back to Allen. Allen against Brantley, drives it baseline, pulls up, spins, fires it up, and couldn't get it. Rebound pulled out of there by Porter Roberts for Purdue. Roberts the other way. He palmed the basketball, no call. Cross court, Waddell, the Quanzo Martin, he fires and hits. Quanzo Martin's 5th point of the ball game. And now it's 38-34, Indiana's lead at 4. Todd Leary across the timeline. Leary, backcourt dribble, starts it to the left side, gets it to Damon. Bailey looks in, goes to Lindeman, top of the key. Back out to Leary. Leary to Damon, top of the lane. Right side to Henderson. Allen gets it down to Todd Lindeman. Lindeman cross-courts it out to Brian Evans. Evans fakes, gives to Bailey. Bailey in backcourt, shot clocked at 6. Damon fires up a 4th shot and got it. Damon Bailey, his 9th point of the ball game, and the Hoosiers lead it by 6 again. Quickly the other way, Purdue. Brantley top of the key to Martin, right wing. Martin drives on Evans, spins back to the left, gives to Waddell. He fakes, can't get the shot away, goes outside to Brantley, who fires and couldn't get it. Rebound comes off to Henderson. Down the floor to Leary. Leary on a 3-on-3 break to Lindeman. Lindeman inside, fires it up, and a charging foul. Lindeman's first foul of the ball game, and he has had a good first half of play. Ball belongs to Purdue, however. The turnover is the 4th charge of the game whistled against IU. Now, up the floor comes Purdue. They trail by 6 at 40-34. Porter Roberts bounce past to Quanzo Martin. Martin on the baseline, brings it back to the wing, and dribbles it and stops his move. Looks inside, bounces to Roberts. Roberts back in the corner to Martin. He fires the baseline jumper and hit it. Quanzo Martin getting a hot hand here to start the second half. His 7th point, his 2nd field goal here in the second half. Now it's 40-36. Leary to Bailey. Baseline drive, fires the shot up and got it. Damon Bailey cans his 11th point. And Indiana back on top by 6 again. Roberts to Robinson. Right side to Martin. Martin baseline move. Again he fires, and this time it drops in. Conzo Martin's got 9, and he's hit 3 straight field goals. And the Purdue fans are on their feet. Now Leary. Backcourt drive to the right side, bounce pass to Damon. Damon drives in, and a foul is going to be called on Roberts. Porter Roberts picks up his first foul of the ball game. Indiana leads 42-38. The Hoosiers will get the ball out of bounds. Conzo Martin looks like he may have gotten shaken up somehow. Standing with his hands on his thighs out of bounds. Well, if you're looking for the best deal in the new car or truck, check out your Central Indiana Dodge dealer, the proud sponsor of Indiana basketball. We know how to help. Conzo Martin saying something to Todd Lindemann. Damon Bailey will inbound.
Conzo's hit the last 4 shots he's taken. He hit the last 1.5. He missed the first 3 he took.
Damon Bailey will inbound. He fires backcourt. It comes to Allen Henderson. Henderson looks, gets it inside to Brian Evans. Evans turns, clears back to Allen. Down inside to Lindemann. Lindemann fires and missed it. Rebound inside to Glenn Robinson. Back the other way comes Purdue. Roberts goes to Martin. Martin drives, pulls up, fires, and missed it. And the rebound to Brian Evans. Gene Cady is screaming, and we got a technical foul call on Gene Cady. Cady wanted a foul call at the other end, didn't get it. Screamed at the officials, and Tim Higgins called him for the tee. And it'll put Damon Bailey at the free throw line. And the Boilermaker fans are booing raucously. Bailey eyes the free throw. He puts it up and missed it. Damon will have one more shot coming, and Indiana will have the basketball. Bailey flies the second. This one is no good as well. He missed them both.
I'm a little surprised they didn't use Todd Leary. He had hit 8 out of 8.
So it will be Indiana's ball out of bounds. Indiana couldn't take advantage of the technical foul. But they do get the basketball. The inbound comes to Leary. And the Boilermaker fans are roaring again. Leary circles backcourt. Bounces to Damon. Damon fires the long one. And he missed it short. Rebound comes away to Purdue. Here's Waddell. Waddell drives it right to Robinson, who fires the 3, misses the shot. Rebound knocked away. Conzo Martin's got it. He puts it up, and he got the shot to fall and a foul. Conzo Martin's 11 points. And a 3-point play coming for Purdue. And this crowd is going nuts. Indiana. Did they count the basket, Max? I don't know if they did.
They haven't yet. It hasn't been recorded. Now they have.
They put it up. The foul call was on Todd Lindemann. That's his second personal. And Martin will be at the free throw line. Good free throw shooter, and he cancels. He has been hot. He has scored 4 field goals and a free throw in the second half, and timeout is called. Well, wait a second. Not a timeout, actually. Martin is... Well, the Purdue players are all out on the floor. Is it a timeout or not?
No timeout.
Tim Higgins is telling Gene Cady to tell his players to sit down. It's 42-41. The Indiana lead is evaporated to 1. The inbound comes to Todd Leary, and Leary will bring it down the floor. Leary across the timeline. Todd circles it, pulls up and fires, and hits it. Todd Leary cans a big hoop there. His 5th point. The other way, and Henderson battles it away, and Damon Bailey comes up with it. The Hoosiers steal. Leary back the other way to Pat Graham. He fakes. He drives. He pulls up. He shoots. He scores with a foul. Brandon Brantley picks up foul number 3. And Pat Graham will go to the line for Indiana with his first field goal of the ball game and a chance at a 3-point play. So the Hoosiers now can go up on top again by 6 if they connect here. Pat Graham with 91% of his free throws dropping for IU this season. Pat Graham eyes the free one. Up it goes. It's no good, and the rebound comes off to Purdue. Glenn Robinson almost lost it out of bounds. Here come the Boarders. Indiana's missed 3 in a row from the free throw line. Backcourt pass to Porter Roberts. Roberts back off to Brantley on the right side to Robinson down low. Robinson back out to Waddell. Left side pass to Martin. He fires a three. It's no good. The rebound comes off to Alan Henderson. Henderson will bring it up. Allen gives to Todd Leary, and Leary will cross the sideline. Todd Leary in backcourt. Drives it toward the left. Bounce pass to Damon. Damon in low to Henderson. Turns. Fakes, turns, fires, and missed it. Rebound Lindemann inside. Lost it out of bounds, but it was touched last by Purdue. And we're going to have a timeout call with 15:09 to go in this final half of play. And Indiana leads Purdue 46-41. And the fans are not liking the officiating they have seen here in the second half. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to Indiana University basketball.
Get your Beaver Dam free press. Get your Beaver Dam free press. Includes a Beaver Dam in menu.
Well, you're a cute little fella, aren't you? Oh, what you got on your little menu there, Wood?
Oh, you're very funny. It has prime rib, lobster, steak, along with salads, appetizers, and sandwiches.
Sounds like one of them there snobby places. Shirt and tie place, you know, garçon.
No, the Beaver Dam Inn has elegant food at casual prices, and I don't think you own a tie, Harv.
How'd you know my name?
It's on your belt buckle.
Oh. The Beaver Dam Inn. Elegant food at casual prices. 1200 Francis Street in Monticello. And boys, don't forget about Touch of Class Catering. They're available for all your catering needs, whether it be for holidays, anniversaries, birthdays, or just getting together with friends. And on Sunday and Monday, the Beaver Dam Inn is available for your parties. Now don't forget, that's the Beaver Dam Inn and Touch of Class Catering, located at 1200 Francis Street in Monticello.
Well, back once again at Mackey Arena in West Lafayette, where Indiana leads Purdue 46-41 with 15:09 to go in this final half of play. This game brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance, with more than 500 State Farm agents throughout Indiana. For all your family insurance needs, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Well, right now it's the Conzo Martin show for Purdue and the Alan Henderson show for Indiana. Henderson with 10 rebounds in this basketball game already. And Conzo Martin, who has hit now 4 out of 6 shots here in the second half. He had a 32-point game against Indiana last year, so he can light them up.
Indiana comes back on the floor with Sharon Wilkerson replacing Todd Leary, Pat Graham, Alan Henderson, Todd Lindemann, and Damon Bailey. Sharon will inbound for IU. Wilkerson looks, finally gets it into Pat Graham on the baseline left to Damon Bailey, who drives, kicks it back to Pat. Pat gets knocked down by Waddell, and they steal the ball. Down the floor, Robinson, and he lost the handle, and there's a foul called on the floor against Indiana. Let's see who gets nailed on it. It'll be on Sharon Wilkerson, and that'll be his third of the ball game. So Wilkerson picks up a quick foul. Indiana, Pat Graham got knocked to the floor at the other end. There was no call. Bob Knight is not happy. Conzo Martin will inbound. He gets it in to stand back to Robinson outside to Roberts. Back to Robinson to the right wing for a three. Good. Glenn Robinson's first points in the second half, and it's a trade. His second of the night. Now it's 46-44. Indiana's lead cut to 2. Backcourt, Sharon Wilkerson to Damon Bailey. Bailey in the lane, pulls up, fires, and missed it. Rebound Lindemann, back up, no. Battles for the board, and it's pulled out of there by Porter Roberts. Roberts the other way. Roberts the stand back. He cross-courts it to Martin. Martin brings it back outside. He'll give the ball to Roberts. Roberts now. Conzo Martin just shoved Henderson with a forearm from behind. There's some jawing going on right now, and Henderson almost stole it. Robinson comes up with it, drives inside, and that's got to be a charge, doesn't it? Oh, they call a block. They just called a blocking foul against Indiana. Pat Graham. That'll be his first foul, make it his second foul of the ball game. Glenn Robinson literally ran right into her. Fourth team foul against Indiana. And the ball belongs to Purdue out of bounds. The Boilermakers are within 2. They could tie it here or even go on top. Pat Graham sits down. Brian Evans comes back in. Conzo Martin will inbound. Martin looks. Gets it into Robinson. Robinson on the right wing. Lobs it inside the stand back. Block shot by Lindemann. Now, back out it comes to Roberts. Roberts gets it to Robinson on the left wing. Robinson pulls up inside the circle. Clears it away to Roberts. Roberts now drives it down the lane, pulls up, fires it off, knocked away by Brian Evans in a steal. Henderson goes to Bailey. Damon to Sherrod. Wilkerson in backcourt. The Hoosiers can take the lead back up to 4, maybe 5. Wilkerson in backcourt. Slides at top of the key. Sherrod goes to Damon. Bailey, and he travels. Indiana turns it over. That is their 11th of the ball game. So the Boilermakers with another opportunity here. Inbound pass comes Conzo Martin to Porter Roberts. Bob Knight saying something to official Tim Higgins. Fans booing, of course. Roberts in backcourt. Roberts on the dribble to Robinson right wing. Robinson traveled, and Indiana gets it back. 11th turnover for Purdue. So the Hoosiers get it right back on a Glenn Robinson turnover, and Damon Bailey inbounds to Sherron Wilkerson. Up the floor, Wilkerson. Across the timeline. Gives it to Damon. Bailey turns around, dribbles it backcourt, goes to Henderson. Allen drives it on Robinson, takes it inside. The ball stripped away from behind by Robinson. Robinson the other way. Clears it off, threw it away. Roberts saves it to Waddell. Waddell drives, jumps it outside. It comes to Martin for a 3-try and got it. Conzo Martin's 15th point of the ball game, and Purdue has got the lead for the first time in the second half, 47-46. Now, Wilkerson to Bailey. Inside cross court to Evans, down low to Henderson. Shot up, and it's no good, but a foul. Foul will be nailed on Standback. That'll be his 3rd of the ball game. And Alan Henderson will go to the free throw line. And we're going to see Herb Dove come back into the lineup for Purdue for the first time in the second half. Alan Henderson will be at the stripe for IU. Henderson was 3 out of 5 in the first half from the line.
Indiana has missed some shots underneath. That was a shot that Henderson might have made, although he got fouled. Lindemann missed a couple a while ago. They've got to convert on those kind of shots.
Henderson at the line. Allen eyes the first attempt. Up it goes. It is short. He'll have one more shot coming. Henderson was 17 points in this ball game, but just 1 field goal so far in the second half. And Indiana's not doing a good job from the line in the second half either. Henderson does hit that one, his 18th point of the ball game. 47-47 tie, and Purdue on the attack. And backcourt, Roberts goes to Robinson for a 3. He missed it. The rebound tapped up and in by Herb Dove. Dove gets his first 2 of the ball game, and it's 49-47 Purdue. Now, Wilkerson lost the handle. Got it back, and it's knocked out of bounds to Indiana. Right now, Purdue playing with a lot of emotion out there, and Steve Hart will check in, and Damon Bailey will sit down for a rest.
Damon's kind of struggling in this game. I've thought he has not scored that well. I don't think he's rebounded that well.
Hart gets it into Sherron Wilkerson, and Wilkerson in backcourt. On the dribble, gives it to Steve Hart. Hart brings it back outside to Henderson. Allen fakes, drives in, pulls up, fires, and they got a walking violation on Henderson, and Bob Knight thinks that's a bogus call. Ball belongs to Purdue out of bounds, and the Boilermakers can add to that 2-point lead at 49-47. We're at 12 minutes to go in the ball game. Roberts across the timeline. Roberts in backcourt, slides it toward the right, comes back outside to Robinson. Robinson with the basketball, top of the key. Gives it left to Dove. Dove now looks for help. Circles it on the dribble. Left side pass to Standback. Outside to Robinson. Glenn Robinson fires and got it. And now Purdue leads it by 4. 16 points for Glenn Robinson. And that's the biggest lead Purdue has had in the game as the Boilermaker crowd stands on their feet. Wilkerson turns around in trouble. Bounces to Brian Evans. Evans spins, takes it down low, pulls up for a 14-foot runner and got it. Brian Evans' first field goal. 51-49 Purdue. Glenn Robinson on the left wing. Robinson drives it left, pulls up, fires it up, and got it in the foul. Glenn Robinson parades to the crowd as he hits his 18th point of the ball game and will go to the line for a three-point play. The foul call whistled against Indiana, and I think Alan Henderson may have gotten nailed on it. We'll wait and see. They still haven't put it on the board. Robinson will go to the line with a chance at a three-point play here that could give Purdue a 5-point lead at 54-49.
Don Lindemann.
They call Todd Lindemann for the third foul, his third. So Robinson will go to the stripe. Damon Bailey returns for IU. Sharon Wilkerson will sit down. Well, the Boilers have gotten hot. Indiana's gone cold. And now it's going to be up to the Hoosiers to stop this momentum that Purdue has built. Robinson with 18 points, looking for his 19th. And he did not get it, but it's slammed back in by Justin Jennings out of nowhere. Jennings has got his 6th point, and the Hoosiers are down 6. 55-49. Brian Evans drives it right side, fakes, fires, and he got it. Brian Evans' 4th point. Well, that's good to see. Evans has got to get hot. It's 55-51. Waddell to Robinson, another long bomb, and this one's no good, and the rebound to Herb Dunn. Back up, he fakes, fires, blocked shot by Lindemann, and it's picked off by Purdue's Porter or Justin Jennings. Out to Matt Waddell. Now to Dove. Dove back outside to Robinson. Robinson lobs it low, and a whistle, and a foul. Alan Henderson is nailed on it. Henderson picks up the foul, his first. And timeout is called. The score, Purdue 55, Indiana 51 with 10:21 to go. We'll be back in a moment. This is Indiana University basketball from Learfield Sports.
What happens when you crash test a car at 35 miles an hour? You get airbags, safer fuel tanks, child restraints. The testing conducted by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, co-founded by State Farm, helped make these and many other safety advances a reality. And State Farm has helped fund a new safety research center for the Institute, because we want to help make sure that the only accident you ever have is one you can walk away from. This message brought to you by State Farm and your local State Farm agents.
A winning tradition. Teams strive for it. Fans dream of it. And owners pray for it. But a winning tradition is something you can get into right now with a family of Eagle Summits. There are 3 sporty styles to choose from, like the attractive and economical Summit Coupe and Sedan. And then there's the always affordable Summit Wagon, with plenty of room for the whole team. So whatever your needs may be, the Summit lineup is sure to fit into your game plan. So see your Jeep and Eagle dealer today.
Here at West Lafayette, Mackey Arena, Purdue leads Indiana 55-51. We have 10 minutes, 21 seconds remaining in this basketball game. And you can play the 2 newest instant games from the Hoosier Lottery with Instant 21. You can win $2,000 instantly by beating the dealer's score. And with 7 come 11, you can win $3,000 instantly by having a lucky roll of the dice. On each game, there are 4 chances to win on every ticket. So don't miss your chance to win up to $3,000 instantly with the Hoosier Lottery.
Well, Don, interestingly enough, Indiana is not shooting that bad here in the second half. They're hitting 54% on 7 of 13. You're right about Purdue. They are now 10 of 17, 59%. The 4-point difference really is in rebounding, as Purdue has taken 2 offensive rebounds and put them back in, and that's really your basic lead. Purdue is out-rebounding Indiana this half, 7-5.
Purdue will have the ball out of bounds underneath their own basket. Justin Jennings will inbound. Jennings looks in backcourt, fires it out. It comes to Matt Waddell. He gives it off to Herb Dove. Dove on the right side of the circle. Backs it out to Stanback. Down low on the left side to Jennings. Outside to Waddell, who lets it fly and missed it. And the rebound comes off to Brian Evans. It's batted away, but Evans comes up with it. Now to Steve Hart. Off to Damon Bailey. Bailey to Brian Evans. Evans drives it to the left side baseline. Pulls up. Kicks it outside to Steve Hart to Alan Henderson. He fakes. Back outside it comes to Hart. Now to Evans. Evans fakes. Gives it to Hart. Steve Hart a 3-try. It's good! Steve Hart's first basket of the game is a tray. And Indiana cuts the lead to 1 at 55-54. Matt Waddell goes to Robinson. Glenn Robinson on the dribble against Henderson. Fire. Oh, block shot again by Henderson. Back out it comes to Dove. Dove now. Cross courts to Waddell. Waddell fakes, bounces in to Ian Standback. He gets it, threw it inside, threw it away. Damon Bailey on the steal. Here's Damon to Brian Evans. Takes it all the way, scoops and hits. Brian Evans scores a huge bucket to give Indiana the lead back at 56-55. The momentum shifts again. 9:10 to go. Waddell to Standback. Standback baseline out to Dove. Almost lost it. Dove looks in, goes low. Ball batted out of bounds. Foul called. Let's see on who. It'll be Henderson. Alan Henderson picks up number 2. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Indiana University basketball.
Exciting Hoosier basketball is brought to you by Good Times and Great Oldies Joy 103, WNJY, Delphi, Monticello, Lafayette.
Glenn Robinson will be at the free throw line with a chance to even things up with the first shot. He'll get 2. 8:59 left in this one. Robinson eyes the first attempt. It's in the air, and it is good. Robinson now has 19 points. He'll get one more shot coming. And for the night, he's 3 of 4 from the line. He'll give Purdue the lead if he hits the second. And it's in the air. It is good. Robinson's got 20. Purdue takes the lead back by 1. Indiana's Damon Bailey brings it up against Porter Roberts. Bailey across the timeline. Goes to Brian Evans. Evans down low to Henderson. Inside, he fakes, puts it up, and it went in. Alan Henderson got the roll. He's got 20. 58-57, IU by 1. They seesaw one more time. 8:40 to go in the ball game, and Brantley in backcourt with the dribble. Outside to Martin. Down low to Waddell. Down inside to Robinson. He works, puts it up. No. Todd Lindeman's got the rebound. They blocked the shot, and Lindeman will bring it up. Todd looking for some help now. Gets it to Damon Bailey. Bailey across the timeline quickly. Damon in backcourt. Bailey now gives it to Brian Evans. Evans to Steve Hart. Hart looks slow, comes back to Evans with a pass. Now to Damon. Bailey slides it left side, pulls down low, turns around, clears to Hart. Hart into Henderson. He fakes. He fakes again. Bounces back to Steve Hart. Hart looks inside. 3 on the shot clock. 3 by Brian Evans. No good, and the rebound comes off to Brandon Brantley for Purdue. The Hoosiers didn't get a good shot. They lead by 1. Here's Porter Roberts to Conzo Martin. Martin on the right wing brings it back outside. Martin now gives to Roberts. Roberts left to Waddell. He fakes, he drives. He gives it back out to Roberts for a 3 try, and he hit it. Porter Roberts with his first basket of the game, a 3, and Purdue leads by 2 at 60-58. 7:26 to go. Damon Bailey across the timeline. Bailey works on Roberts. Gives it outside to Brian Evans, back to Damon. Bailey looks it right, comes outside to Steve Hart. Hart back to Damon. Damon now inside to Todd Lindeman. Lindeman looks low, can't find anybody, goes to Bailey. Damon on the baseline, fires the shot up, no, an air ball. And the rebound comes off to Waddell. Down the floor to Conzo Martin. He pulls up, fires, and missed the shot, but a foul. Henderson will be nailed on it, and that will be his 3rd. The ball will go to the free throw line once again for Purdue. The Hoosiers are trailing by 2 with 6:54 to go, and free throws coming to the Boilermakers. Well, at Midas, our inspections are free. In addition to complete exhaust work, they do foreign and domestic car and truck brakes. Stop in or call your local Midas shop for an appointment. Try the Midas way, the way it should be. And we've got timeout being called. Timeout is called with the score. Purdue 60, Indiana 58, 6:54 left in this final half of play. This is Indiana University basketball. You're listening to it right here on the IU Network.
It's a deal you can't pass up, an opportunity to get some time to yourself and spend a little time with the kids as well. Embassy Suites North in Indy invites you to spend a Super Kids weekend at their house, complete with free breakfast, evening refreshments, free pizza for the kids, so you can enjoy a romantic dinner at Ellington's, tokens for the kids to visit the game room, so you can enjoy the whirlpool and exercise room, and of course the pool for everyone. The Embassy Suites, where you always get twice the value for the same price, just $89 per night. Call today for reservations and get away for the weekend.
Hardee's and Hoosier Hysteria. What a great combination. This is John Westfall. Join me on Thursday evenings at 6:30 for the Hardee's Locker Room Show. We'll have Coach Rick Snodgrass of the Twin Lakes Indians and Ron Hahn, the head coach of the Delphi Oracles, as our special guests each week. And a feature once again this season will be a trip down memory lane as we look at high school basketball in years gone by. So join us, fans, live from Hardee's on Thursday nights, 6:30 for the Locker Room Show on your station for the best in area high school sports, WNJY Joy 103.
Here at Mackey Arena, Indiana trails Purdue 60-58, 6:54 to go in this basketball game. And games are being brought to you this year over a statewide network of radio stations from Learfield Sports, numbering over 50 strong, including WZDM in Vincennes, WIMC in Crawfordsville, WIOU in Kokomo, and WKBV in Richmond. We're extremely proud to have these stations as a part of this year's network. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast.
Don Purdue, which is not a great three-point shooting team, has caught fire here in the second half. They have hit 3 three-point shots. Indiana's been able to hit only one. You tie that in with some good rebounding on the part of Purdue, and they've got a 2-point lead and a chance to make it a 4-point lead. Their largest lead tonight has been 6 points. Indiana's had a 10-point lead in the first half, but right now Purdue is probably playing a little more solid basketball than are the Hoosiers.
Going to the free throw line is Conzo Martin, who has had the hot hand for the Boarders in the second half, along with Glenn Robinson. Martin now with 15 points. He scored 12 of those in the second half, and he fires this one no good. That's his second miss of the ball game from the line. He's now 2 out of 4. He's a pretty good free throw shooter, too, 76% of the year.
He was 6 of 9, the Big Ten, coming into tonight's game.
So Martin with one more. It is up. It is good this time. 16 for Conzo Martin. Indiana is a 3-point trailer as Brian Evans brings it up the floor. He gets it across the timeline, drives it to the right wing, pulls up slow, stops, turns around, fires the shot up and missed the shot. Rebound battle for, and a whistle. What do we got? Foul count is against who? Against Purdue, I believe. Oh, no, they called it against IU. Steve Hart got nailed on it. That's his first foul of the game. So they'll go to the other end for a 1-and-1. A 1-and-1 for the Boilermakers. And Matt Waddell will be at the stripe. 72% his shooting percentage from the line. He has got 8 points in the game, but hasn't scored yet in the second half. And he could take the lead up to 5 if he hits them both. He's got to hit the first to get the second, and he does not. The rebound, Alan Henderson for Indiana. So the Hoosiers down by 3. Damon Bailey with a ball. Across the timeline, Bailey in backcourt. Gets it to Brian Evans. Brian starts to the right, bounces low to Alan Henderson. The ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to Indiana. Henderson got a triple team that time. Robinson, who got into some foul trouble in the first half, hasn't picked up that third one. Damon Bailey will inbound. He fires backcourt to Allen. Henderson fakes, gives it out to Brian Evans. Evans now slides it, spins in the lane, gets it outside to Damon. Bailey goes right. The pass comes to Evans, down low to Allen. 6 seconds on the shot clock. He fires, and he missed it. Rebound Lindemann, fakes, turns, in trouble, dribbles it out of trouble. Now, gives it off to Damon Bailey. Bailey back outside. Good job by Lindemann. Now Bailey to the right side. Stops and gives it out to Brian Evans. Now Evans circles left. Spins back right. Looks, gives it to Damon. Damon Bailey with the ball. Drives to the baseline. Pulls up, down low to Lindemann. Inside, puts it up, and a foul. Lindemann will go to the line. I think Brantley, no, it will be Conzo Martin nailing the foul. Nope, they called it on Brantley. So Brantley, if that is on him, that's his 4th. It is. So Brantley has been held in check tonight. He has 4 fouls and just 2 points. That's going to bring Ian Standback off the bench. Steve Hart checks out of the lineup for IU. In comes Todd Leary. And to the line, Todd Lindemann, who has 6 points in the game, all in the first half, but he's held his own inside.
One of the things Purdue is doing is putting Roberts on Bailey, and all he does is trail him. He doesn't do anything else but watch him.
Lindemann fires the first free throw short. He'll have one more shot coming. But Indiana trails by 3, and every point is precious right now. 5:43 to go. Indiana in the second half is just 1 of 6 from the line. Second shot, no good. Rebound, Glenn Robinson for Purdue. Up the floor, the Boilermakers by 3, could add to it. Backcourt, right side pass comes off to Matt Waddell, now off to Porter Roberts. Roberts brings it back out of the wing, then fires the jump shot and missed it. And the rebound inside. Brian Evans clears it out of there for IU. Goes to Todd Leary. Leary up the floor. Leary in the lane, kicks it out to Henderson. Allen back outside to Todd. Leary now to Damon Bailey. Bailey spins in the lane to Brian Evans. He fakes. He brings it back across the lane to Lindemann down low. He puts it up and he got it. Todd Lindemann, his 8th point of the ball game. Indiana's within 1, 61-60. Now, Roberts to Waddell. Waddell looks inside. Waddell brings it top of the key. Waddell to Robinson. Baseline drive. Shot is up and in. Robinson's 22nd point. 63-60. Todd Leary across the timeline. Indiana down 3 again. Leary down low to Damon. Inside to Henderson. Allen puts it up and he scores. Allen Henderson's 22nd point. 63-62, and Indiana down just 1 again. Porter Roberts the other way. 4:25 left. Roberts, backcourt dribble against Leary. Bounce pass almost stolen away. Here's Waddell. Back to Robinson. He fires a long one, and he missed it. Rebound inside the Standback. And a whistle and a foul call against Purdue. Ian Standback pushed off to get the rebound, and it's his 4th of the ball game. So Standback now with 4, just like Bradley. And Indiana gets the basketball out of bounds against full court pressure, and a chance here for Indiana to retake the lead. Lindemann to Bailey to Leary. And Todd will bring it up against Waddell. Leary across the timeline. Leary, backcourt dribble against Waddell, drives it left, stops, pulls up, gives out to Damon. Now to Brian Evans. Evans looks inside. Back out it comes to Leary. Leary, top of the key. Gives to Brian Evans, down low, puts the shot up, and he couldn't get the roll. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and it belonged to Indiana. And we're going to get another timeout. The score, Purdue 63, Indiana 62, with 3:49 to go in this basketball game. We'll be back in a moment. This is Indiana University basketball from Learfield Sports.
It's a natural fact. Those with a better view of where they're going can best see how to get there. For soybean weed control, that foresight is just as critical. And those who look to end season bottom line performance clearly see the value of going with the best up front. No wonder you've made Pursuit herbicide the top choice for soybean weed control today. See your Cyanamid Agri-Center dealer for Pursuit, a natural leader. And always follow label directions.
Hey, sports fans, play the 2 newest scratch-off games from the Hoosier Lottery. With Instant 21, you can win $2,000 instantly by beating the dealer's score. And with 7-11, you can win $3,000 instantly by having a lucky roll of the dice. On each game, there are 4 chances to win on every ticket. So don't miss your chance to win up to $3,000 instantly with the Hoosier Lottery. Make the most of any instant. Play new Instant 21 and 7-11 from the Hoosier Lottery, where you gotta play to win.
Well, back once again at Mackey Arena where the Hoosiers trail Purdue 63-62, 3:49 to go. But Indiana will have the basketball when play resumes.
Well, Don, the statistics are just as close as this game is right now. In the second half, Purdue's 12 of 24, 50%. Indiana's 12 of 23, 52%. The one thing that Indiana is not doing as well here in the second half is rebounding. They were out-rebounded Purdue by 4 in the first half. They've been out-rebounded 12-9 here in the second half. And as we mentioned at the last break, 2 of those rebounds were offensive rebounds that went right back in for a score. That plus the fact the Hoosiers can't hit the free throw. And, boy, that's been their strong suit up until tonight.
Just 1 of 7 in the second half for Indiana. So, obviously, that's got to improve here at the end run. Here's Todd Leary. Leary will try to get it in. Does to Brian Evans. A long jump shot. It's no good. The rebound pulled out of there by Robinson. Back up the floor. Here comes Purdue. Roberts outside to Robinson. Robinson left side to Brantley. Brantley circles with a dribble. Gives to Waddell. Waddell outside to Roberts. Roberts slides it right, backs it out toward the midcourt line, then fires it left to Brantley. Brantley brings it out, tries to get it to Robinson, does. Now off it goes to Roberts. Porter Roberts looks it low, gives it out to Waddell. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Waddell fakes, forces it up, block shot. Allen Henderson steals it. Henderson's got it for IU, and he lost the handle. Out of bounds to Purdue. That was a great play by Indiana, but the Hoosiers lose the basketball. Allen never did come up with control. So the Boilermakers get a reprieve and still hold on to that 1-point lead in the ball. 3:09 to go. Roberts with the ball. He goes to the right. He comes back to the left. He looks inside, bounces to Waddell, top of the key, down low to Robinson. Robinson on the post, backs it out, then fires the jump shot and missed it. And the rebound comes off to Damon Bailey. That's a big chance for Indiana to take the lead again. Todd Leary brings it up, drives it to the left, spins, gives to Brian Evans. Evans looks low, finds Damon Bailey on the left side. Damon lobs it inside to Henderson for the alley-oop. Missed it, but Lindemann tips it in. 10 points for Todd Lindemann, and what a huge tip-in that was. Indiana leads by 1. Down low pass, it comes off to Conzo Martin. Martin brings it back out on the backcourt. Martin on the dribble, left side pass to Roberts. Roberts looks low for Brantley, can't find him, goes to Waddell. Waddell on the wing left, outside to Martin, jump shot in the air. It's no good, and the rebound to Todd Lindemann, and he's hacked by Brantley, and that'll be it for him. Brandon Brantley fouls out of the ball game as Lindemann comes up with a big rebound. And Indiana will have the ball out of bounds. There'll be no free throws here because that's just the 16th foul whistled against Purdue.
That's the 11th rebound for Lindemann tonight to go with Henderson, who has done such a great job.
Well, this is a big chance for IU, Max, with a 1-point lead and Indiana holding onto the basketball. A chance to take it up to 3, perhaps even 4. But right now, you're just happy to have the lead at this point in the ball game with 2:11 left, the way this thing has swung back and forth.
They had not led since the 8:45 mark when they were up 85 or 58 to 57. Purdue had a 3-point lead on 2 other occasions.
Bailey will inbound against the pressure, gets it to Evans, back to Damon. Damon will bring it up. Bailey gets it to Todd Leary. Leary now will try to cross the timeline with it and does. Todd in backcourt. Takes it left side. Gets it to Damon. Damon down low to Henderson. Henderson on the dribble once. Back outside to Leary. Time. He holds to Bailey in the corner. 3 on the way. It is no good. And the rebound comes off to Purdue. Porter Roberts has it. Roberts left side to Waddell. He looks in. Finds Robinson on the baseline. Glenn Robinson brings it out on the wing. Kicks it off to Martin. Martin now out on the left side. Brings it on the top of the key with a dribble to stand back. Right side to Waddell. Down low it goes to Robinson. Shot up. Didn't go, but a foul. Foul call against IU. Let's see on who. Brian Evans is nailed on it. That'll be his 3rd of the ball game. It'll put Glenn Robinson at the free throw line with 2 shots coming. Robinson has 22 points in the game. The Hoosiers have a 1-point lead. And Robinson could give Purdue the lead back with 1:28 left if he can convert both. Glenn Robinson at the line, hitting 80% of his free ones this year, and this one is good. 23 points now for Robinson. He'll have 1 more shot coming. If he hits it, Purdue leads by a point. Takes his time at the stripe. The crowd quiets. Robinson flies and hits. 24 for Robinson. Indiana down 1. 65-64. Here's Todd Leary. Leary across the timeline. Leary takes it left side. Spins back right. Looks in backcourt. Drives it to the wing. Stops. Looks for help. Gets Bailey on the right side. Damon inside to Lindemann. Lindemann clears it out to Brian Evans. He fakes, he drives, bounces into Lindemann, puts it up. It didn't go, but he's fouled. And Todd Lindemann will go to the line with 1:05 left. Lindemann will go to the stripe, having played his best total all-around ball game of the year. I don't think he's had a moment's rest in this contest. He has 10 points in the ball game. He is 0 for 2 from the line. He needs 1 of the 2 to drop the tie. The first is in the air. It is high off the rim, and it bounces around, and it drops in. Lindemann got the shooter's roll. He's got 11, and Indiana has tied it at 65-all with 1:05 to go. Lindemann, one more shot coming, could give Indiana the lead. He flies it, and he hits it. Todd Lindemann's 12-point. Indiana by 1, 66-65, 1:04 to go. The hearts are pumping. Here is Porter Roberts. Backcourt dribble to the right. Roberts takes it left to stand back. Now off to Martin. Conzo Martin drives in the lane. Pulls up and fires and got it. Conzo Martin's 18 points. Indiana ball with a 1-point deficit. 67-66, 44 seconds left. Here's Todd Leary. Leary turns. Gets it to Henderson down low. Henderson puts it up. Scores! Henderson's 24th point of the game. 68-67. 29 seconds left. The shot clock is on. Here's Robinson. He drives. Kicks it out to Waddell. A three on the way. It's off the mark. No good. Rebound inside and a foul call. And it's going to be against IU. Brian Evans took the ball out of the grasp of Conzo Martin, and they call the foul on Brian Evans. So now it'll be up to Conzo Martin to go to the line. Brian Evans has picked up his 4th foul of the contest. There's 19.6 seconds left. Well, everybody on their feet. It has been some kind of ball game. As is tradition with these two, it is right to the wire. Martin will have one shot here. If he converts, he's got 2. And he missed it. He'll get the second, but he can only tie the ball game. Conzo Martin misses, and the Hoosiers, at best, or at worst at this point, if he misses here, should try to get the rebound and hold on. Second shot is up. He got this one to roll. Tie ball game. 19 for Martin. 68 all. 18 seconds to go. Brian Evans to Todd Leary. Down the floor they come. Leary across the timeline. Todd to the left side. 10 seconds. Leary goes left. Gives it to Henderson. Henderson spins. Lost the handle. Got it back. Shoots it up. He missed the shot, an air ball. And that's going to be overtime. Henderson did not get the kind of shot Indiana wanted, but it's overtime, and they'll play 5 more minutes. What a basketball game. This is bad. 68-68 is our score. We have one commercial to make up in the regulation, so let's do that right now. We'll make up the network commercial that we have coming to you. This is Indiana University basketball from Learfield Sports.
The weather might be cold outside, but the deals are hot at your Snapper dealer, like the new Snapper Lawn Tractor, sale price from $15.99, or the Snapper Ninja Recycling Mulcher, sale price from $339.99 with no payment till October. If you're counting the days till spring, start your own warming trend with a hot deal during Snapper's Big Cut National Sales Event with cash discounts, and take half off your choice of either a single bag grass catcher or a Ninja mulching kit featuring the yet unmatched Ninja Blade. With approved Snap credit, you don't have to pay a cent until October, interest-free. Ask your local Snapper dealer for all the details. There's never been a better time to buy a quality Snapper mower.
Just met the young folks who bought the farmhouse next door. They're from the city. He was wiring in a hot tub spa, and she asked me if I was a member of the REMC club. I had to laugh. Told her that I was here in 36 when the co-op first strung wire to the farm, and that REMC's been better than a power company all these years, more like a neighbor. They'll do okay out here, these two, because they understand. With electricity, the country's as nice as the city, only better. Thank you, REMC.
Back at Mackey Arena, where we are tied at 68 all at the end of regulation. We're going to have a 5-minute overtime, and it's going to be interesting. We do owe you 2 overtime breaks, and we will get those to you at the first opportunities in this overtime period. Hopefully we'll have some timeouts, and the first one will be a local break. The second one will be a network timeout. So we have 2 overtime breaks to make up here, and we will be bringing those to you as this overtime period gets underway.
Don, we had 10 lead changes in that second half. We had 5 ties. Indiana with a 4-point halftime lead had to come from 3 points down in the last minute or so to take a lead, but only to have the Purdue Boilermakers tie them up with 19 seconds to go, and now we do go into the overtime.
We are ready for the overtime to get underway. Alan Henderson and Glenn Robinson will jump it up. And the tip is controlled by Purdue. Here comes Porter Roberts across the timeline. He gets it right to Robinson. Robinson outside to Roberts. Roberts in backcourt on the dribble. Bounces it into Waddell. Waddell. Back he comes to the top of the key on the move. Looking for Robinson to the right side. Gets it left. It goes to Martin. Martin fakes and brings it back outside. Martin now looks in. To Robinson, baseline, jump shot in the air, good. Glenn Robinson now has 26. Indiana down 2, 70-68. Todd Leary across the timeline. Leary finds Bailey in backcourt. Back to Todd. Leary looks in, circles it left, goes to Brian Evans. Evans baseline, pulls up, back out to Damon. Bailey looks in, tried to throw it inside, and Todd Lindeman came up with it, and Iron Stanback gets nailed in the foul. That's it for him. Stanback is just fouled out. He'll finish with 4 points. That means Stanback and Brantley, the 2 pivot men for Purdue, are out of the ball game now. Well, when you plan to travel, consider the intelligent alternatives of Ace Rent-A-Car. Whether you drive, fly, or buy, Ace, located at 5700 West Washington Street. They're going to bring in Cornelius McNary, who has not played in this ball game yet. So Brantley will check to the sideline, and McNary will come in.
He hadn't played in any of their Big Ten games. He played in about 8 games, but none of them have been Big Ten games. So he's been sitting on the bench for quite a while.
At the free throw stripe will be Todd Lindeman, who has 12 points, and he'll go to the stripe. Lindeman hit his last 2 from the line. He missed 2 earlier, so he's 2 for 4 in the ball game, and he's hitting 56% on the season. Lindeman eyes the first attempt. It is no good. The rebound, Henderson for IU, and a jump ball called, and Indiana will get possession. So the Hoosiers will have the possession. And out of bounds, Damon Bailey will take it underneath the Hoosier basket. Nope, it'll be Todd Leary. Leary looks and having trouble. Finally lobs it into Lindeman, who comes up with it. Todd gives it back to Leary. Leary now, left side, drives it back left wing. Pulls up baseline, fakes, looks for help. Now forces it into Lindeman. He puts it up, and it's stripped away from him by McNary, and he clears it away to Martin. Purdue has the lead in the basketball by 2. 3:44 to go in overtime. Here's Porter Robertson backcourt. They spread the offense out to Conzo Martin. Now to Glenn Robinson. All out near the midcourt line. Now right side to Roberts on the wing. Roberts circles it back out. Roberts now to the top of the lane. Shot clock at 10. Down low to Robinson on the right side. Roberts back inside, cross court to Martin, who drives, pulls up, shot is up and no good. Rebound tip, no, tipped up and in. Conzo Martin got a tip in. His 21st point. Now, Todd Leary across the timeline for Indiana. Leary, right side to Bailey. Damon looks for help. Finally clears to Brian Evans outside to Leary. Leary drives it into Todd Lindeman. Back out to Leary. He fires a 3. He misses. Rebound tipped up by Lindeman. No. Battle for the loose ball, and Robinson's got it. And Purdue's got the basketball again. Bob Knight wanted to travel, but didn't get it, and there's 2:41 left. The Boyders could go up by 6. Now, in backcourt, Conzo Martin hangs on. Martin gives it off to Porter Roberts. Roberts to Robinson, and a whistle. And we got a foul called. What do we have?
Timeout.
Timeout called by Purdue, apparently. So timeout has been called. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to Indiana University basketball.
Joy 103 is teaming with American Family Insurance to bring you the best in area high school basketball coverage. The new Saturday morning American Family Insurance scoreboard show at 8:15. This is John Westfall inviting you to join me for all of the area scores plus scores from around the state. Stay tuned for the Coach's Breakfast Show live from Stovall Sportsman Inn at 8:30. So tune us in at 8:15 on Saturday mornings for the best in area high school basketball coverage on WNJY Joy 103.
Must be a Lennox. Had our home completely renovated and replaced the heating and cooling with the best system we could find.
Must be a Lennox. Lennox Heating and Air Conditioning. Quality proven over time. Since 1895. Must be a Lennox.
Joe Hildebrand said, make this short and sweet. Well, we're going to make it short, and you'll make it sweet when you call Hildebrand Plumbing, Electric, and Heating and say, come on out and make me comfortable for less with a new Lennox air conditioner, heat pump, or furnace.
Must be a Lennox.
Well, Indiana's down 4, 72-68 with 2:25 to go in overtime. And Purdue has the basketball, so they can take a commanding lead here. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Amex Coal Industries, powering your energy needs.
Well, Indiana's going to go to a different lineup now. They're taking Lindemann out, bringing Pat Graham in. They've got to get some scoring in here someplace. They've gone now a little over 3 minutes, or right at 3 minutes, without scoring in this overtime.
So the Hoosiers go to a small lineup here. Lindemann's first time on the bench tonight, I believe. The out-of-bounds will come from Conzo Martin. He gets it to Glenn Robinson. Robinson fires up a three. He missed it badly. The rebound comes off to Pat Graham. Indiana's got it. Damon Bailey across the timeline. Damon looks low, finds Alan Henderson. He turns, puts it up inside, missed the shot. Rebound pulled out of there by Conzo Martin, and the Boilermakers with 2:05 left could take it again to a 6-point advantage. Even 7 with a tray. Martin to top Matt Waddell. Waddell back outside. Looks in. Waddell takes it right. Comes back. Bounces the pass off to Herb Dove. Dove checking in. Dove looks left. Goes to Porter Roberts. Down low inside to Martin. Martin fakes. Puts it up and missed it. And the rebound knocked away. Scramble for it. Pat Graham had it. And he finally comes up with the ball. And it's going to be a jump ball. And the possession turn will go to Purdue. So the Boilermakers have it with 1:32 to go and a brand new 35. And they lead by 4 at 72-68. Link Darner is going to check in. So Link Darner will come into the ball game. Herb Dove will go to the sideline. And the Boilermakers will have it out of bounds one more time.
Indiana's only gotten 3 shots in this entire overtime.
Inbound pass to Waddell. Waddell in backcourt. Waddell spins, turns right, looks, gives it off to Porter Roberts. Roberts now fakes, almost travels. And a whistle and a foul call on Pat Graham. Pat Graham gets nailed in his 3rd foul, and Porter Roberts will go to the free throw line. Roberts is a good free throw shooter, hitting 80% of the season. But Indiana had to do something there to get the clock stopped with 1:21 to go. The Purdue Boilermakers lead by 4. And now it'll be 2 shots coming to Porter Roberts.
Porter Roberts is 12 of 15 on the season. He hasn't shot all that many shots, but he certainly hits a good percentage.
Roberts with 3 points in the ball game on a tray, and he hits that three-way. So he's got 4, and he can take the lead up to 6. 73-68. Purdue on top of IU with 1:21 left in overtime. They can make it a 6-point lead. And do. Roberts has got 5. Indiana now is in a world of hurt. They have got to get a basket here for sure. Here's Pat Graham. Out to Todd Leary. Leary takes it left. Pulls up. Brings it back off right to Bailey. Damon fires a 3, and he misses. And the rebound knocked away out of bounds. It'll belong to Purdue. So the Boilermakers will have the ball again with a 6-point lead and just 1:04 to go. And Steve Hart will check in for the Hoosiers. So will Sharon Wilkerson. And Indiana has got to get their hands on the ball. That's the struggle right now. And they've got to stop Purdue from getting another basket as Leary and Graham head to the sideline. Inbounding will be Conzo Martin. Full court pressure by Indiana. The inbound pass comes away, and Glenn Robinson, they're going to call Indiana for a push. Wyatt Evans is going to be nailed on the push, or no, it'll be Damon Bailey. Bailey gets nailed on his 2nd personal foul. And Glenn Robinson will check into the lineup, or check to the free throw line, we should say, for the Boilermakers.
Don, I got to think playing 2 games, this one night's rest has got to have an effect. This overtime, this Indiana ball club is a tired team right now.
And back onto the floor come Leary and Pat Graham. And Glenn Robinson with 26 points to his credit, and he has hit the last 4 free throws he has shot. 74-68 Purdue. He'll try to add to that lead, and the first one is good. Now it is a 7-point margin, and the Boilers just about have an insurmountable lead at this point. 1:02 left. Indiana can still win it, but they're going to have a major league comeback. Second shot's good. 28 for Robinson. Indiana almost lost it. And we got Indiana's Todd Leary came out of his shoe down there. And Gene Cady is saying, why in the world did you blow a whistle for that? That's got to come later. Well, now he's not jawing him anymore about it. 59 seconds to go. The Hoosiers are down 8 points. They need a couple of trays just to have a chance, and they've got to get them quickly.
Well, so far they have not been very good today on 3-point shots. In the second half, they were only 1 of 4. In the first half, they were 3 of 6, so they've hit 4 out of 10 today.
Pat Graham will inbound. Gets it into Brian Evans. Brian will bring it up, gives to Todd Leary. Leary brings it across the timeline. Takes it left wing. Fakes the shot, then fires the shot, and hit it! A 3-pointer by Todd Leary. His 8th point of the ball game, and we've got a timeout call by Indiana. 76-71, 48.8 seconds remaining. We'll be back in a moment. This is Indiana University basketball from Learfield Sports.
Take off to a vacation of a lifetime. Adventure Tours will fly you to the stars in hours with their air charter service to Branson. No more long rides and uncomfortable buses. Call 1-800-747-8333 and ask for the early bird special. You'll receive 3 days, 2 nights in Branson, including meals, escort service, and best seats for stars like Tony Orlando, Mel Tillis, and Wayne Newton. That's 1-800-747-8333. And visit the stars in Branson in hours with Adventure Tours. 1-800-747-8333.
Imagine traveling to the finest entertainment and getting paid for it. It could happen as a tour coordinator through Adventure Tours. For a limited time, just by getting a group together to see the hottest acts with the best tickets, you can enjoy fully commissionable packages available for just $2.99 per person, plus $500 in free long-distance calls for your group. It's first class all the way with Adventure Tours. Enjoy a trip to Branson and tickets to Shoji Tabuchi, Tony Orlando, Ray Stevens, Charlie Pride, and more. Travel and get paid for it. Call Adventure Tours now. 1-800-474-8333.
Well, a wild and woolly affair at Mackey Arena tonight. It has been warm inside despite the frigid temperatures and bitter cold outside. It has been a hot time in the old Mackey barn this evening, to say the least.
Well, I understand the school is out again tomorrow, but they were able to play basketball even if they can't go to school here at Purdue.
Conzo Martin will inbound. He gets it into Glenn Robinson, and they foul him immediately. So Robinson will go to the stripe. He has 28 points. He'll have a chance for 2 more coming right here. Indiana is down 5, and only a couple of seconds came off the clock. Wilkerson and Hart check back out. Graham and Leary come back in. 47.3 seconds to go, and Glenn Robinson a chance to take it up with 2 free throws here to a 7-point lead. Todd Leary banged a 3 home his last time down the floor to give Indiana hope. But Robinson at the stripe looking for point 29 and got it. And he'll have 1 more shot coming. He can take the lead back up to 7. 77-71. Robinson's second toss. Good again. Got them both. He's got 30. Down the floor, Todd Leary for IU. Leary on the right side, throws up another 3. This one's no good, and the rebound to Conzo Martin. And finally, they're going to call a foul as Damon Bailey will get nailed on his 3rd. So Bailey with 3. Conzo Martin will go to the line. And Martin, who had a terrific start in the second half, who really got untracked early, has scored 21 for the game now, including 2 here in the overtime. And he's got 2 shots coming here. He could take the lead up to 9. And the first is good. 22 points for Cuonzo Martin. 1 more shot coming. Purdue continues to get its biggest lead in the ball game at 8. And Martin will try to make it 9. 36.7 left. It's good. Martin's 23rd. Now it takes 3 trays just to tie it. Todd Leary across the timeline to Pat Graham. Baseline, fakes, fires, and he hits. It's just a 2-pointer, however. That's his 4th point. Indiana calls another timeout. It's 80-73 now. 30.7 seconds left. But this ball game, Max, is down to the point where if Purdue just continues to hit free throws, even if they just hit 1 each time at the line, the Hoosiers are pretty much out of luck.
Well, they've done a good job of taking advantage of their opportunities. They've hit 15 out of 19 free throws this half. They shot only 5 in the first half, hitting on 4, so they've hit 19 of 24 free throws. That's much better than their average. They came in there hitting only 66%, but that's a good average. Indiana, which has done so well at the foul line up until tonight, is right now hitting a total of 8 out of 17. They've only hit 3 out of 10 here in the second half, and back when it made a difference, it really hurt them bad. Bailey missed a couple of technical fouls when Indiana was up by 4 points at the 17:09 mark. Lindemann later on missed both the front of a 2-shot foul, and then later on Lindemann again missed the front end of a 1-and-1. So they have really struggled with their foul shooting here in the second half.
So right now, the Boilermakers of Purdue owning an 80-73 lead. They also handle basketball with 30.7 seconds left. And Indiana, of course, will try to commit fouls or a foul almost immediately unless they can get a steal here and a quick bucket. Cuonzo Martin will inbound. Wilkerson and Harder back in for the Hoosiers. And Cuonzo Martin. And what do we got? They call a foul with no time on the clock on Sharon Wilkerson. So Graham and Leary, are they going to check back in? It's on Bailey. Bailey was the guy who got called for the grab. That's his 4th. Glenn Robinson again will be at the stripe. Robinson now has scored 6 points in this overtime, 4 free throws, and a field goal. He had 24 in regulation. Hold on here a second. Bob Knight's deciding not to send Leary and Graham into the ballgame, apparently. Hart and Wilkerson stay in. Robinson, rather, is the only player at the foul lane, and he missed that one badly. You'll get 1 more shot coming. All the Purdue players are back with the exception of Robinson, who's at the line. And Herb Dove is about to check in, is he? Nope, they're not going to let him. No, are they or not?
Yeah, they're going to let him in.
Yeah, they will let him in now. Herb Dove will check in. No, he won't. They're not going to let him in. All right, Robinson at the stripe, 30.7 seconds left. He can make it an 8-point lead once again. Shot is up. Got it. Robinson now has 31 points. And up the floor, Hart to Wilkerson. Wilkerson quickly fakes, gives to Henderson. He pumps a tray, and it's no good. The rebound tapped up, batted away. Porter Roberts has got it for Purdue, and that'll be foul number 5 on Damon Bailey. So Damon Bailey will go to the sideline. 11 points to his credit tonight. Not Damon's best ball game by far. In fact, perhaps his least productive in total. And Knight is going to check into the lineup for IU. Leary and Graham also check back into the lineup as Hart and Wilkerson go to the sideline. Bob Knight talking to Damon Bailey on the sideline before he sits down. Knight with an arm around him.
Bailey was 5 of 14, Don, from the field, just 2 of 7 in the second half, and he had only 2 rebounds tonight.
So Bailey on the sidelines with 5. Porter Roberts at the free throw line for 2, and the first is short. So Roberts with 5 points to his credit. He'll try to take the lead back up to 9 once again. And he missed it. Rebound comes off to Leary. 16 seconds to go. Todd to the right side. Lets a 3 fly, and no good. Rebound, Glenn Robinson. Robinson takes it out of there, and a whistle. We got a foul call. And this one will be nailed on Todd Leary. So Leary has picked up his second foul of the ball game. We're with 8 seconds to go in this contest. Purdue leads 81-73, and Glenn Robinson can make it a 10-point lead for Purdue with 8 seconds left. And Porter Roberts and Conzo Martin check to the sideline as Justin Jennings checks into the contest, and Todd Foster comes in for the first time tonight for the Boilermakers. Robinson at the stripe, fires it up, got it. Robinson now has 32 points, and he'll have one more shot coming. Kenny Williams is getting set to check back in for Purdue. Robinson fires it up, got it. And he will have seen his last action of the night. That's 33 now for Robinson. And he goes to the sideline as Kenny Williams checks in. Matt Waddell also out of the ball game. And here come the Hoosiers with 8 seconds to go. Todd Leary lets it roll until he picks it up at the midcourt line, takes it up for a 3, fires it up and hit it. Todd Leary cans a tray. His 11th point of the ball game. 4 seconds left. Herb Dove will inbound and finally throws it into Foster. Foster with 2, 1. That'll be the ball game. The game ends, and Indiana falls tonight to the Boilermakers of Purdue. Final score, 83-76. Purdue beats Indiana here at Mackey Arena for their 15th win of the season as the Hoosiers fall for just the first time in the Big Ten, but the 3rd time overall. So the final again is 83-76 Purdue. It happens in overtime tonight here in West Lafayette. We'll be back to review tonight's contest in a moment on the Pioneer Seed postgame show when we continue. This is Indiana University basketball from Clearfield Sports.
Indiana Hoosier basketball, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Always IU, always Coca-Cola. Your Central Indiana Dodge dealers. Hook's Drugstore, more of what a drugstore is for. The Hoosier Lottery, a proud sponsor of Indiana University basketball. Indiana's Rural Electric Cooperatives, a power partnership providing safe and efficient electric energy to 1 million Hoosiers. Midas, try the Midas way, the way it should be. Pioneer Hybrid International Incorporated and your local Pioneer sales representative, PSI Energy. Call the PSI professional today for ways to save energy and your money. TWA, the most comfortable way to fly. Napa Auto Parts, we keep America running. Pursuit Herbicide, the no-till, no-fear leader for soybean weed control. Your local Jeep and Eagle dealer. And by State Farm Insurance and State Farm Agent.